everybody, welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Boss Rush Network. I'm your host, the Delighted Excited Eddie V. Joining me is the one, the only Bossman himself. It's the Corey Dirrig. Hello, good sir.
Another slow news week, Ed, huh?
Slow? What you talking about slow?
It was a little bit of a joke, everybody. I assume we're going to have a lot of new listeners today, Ed, because everybody's looking for information on the Switch 2, right? And yes. So if you are a new listener, welcome to Pow Block, a show that Ed and I have been doing since 2015. And and everybody who's been listening, welcome back. We know who you are.
Yes.
I'm sorry that you're back.
We have a show, everybody. Yes, I have my doubts. I have my salt ready because I was waiting. I was literally waiting in the morning for the 16th to happen to be like, yeah, Nintendo's not going to do that. That rumor is not true. And then just the boss man helped me out by sending me a morning text. It said, official. Nintendo of America put out the trailer of the successor, which is now called Nintendo Switch 2. Which I gotta say, Corey, when we got it that morning, Japan got it at the same time, but at night. So I think they were planning to do that release for it since it was in Japan. I think they was waiting for Japan's time to release the trailer before America. So I was just like, oh, okay. I had just found out from A4 Play, how they did it. So I'm assuming that Nintendo is normally going to be doing their releases, like announcements, at night, but probably morning time for Japan. So I think that's why we'll get something like NSO or some kind of reveal from Nintendo during the day or during that night is because of Japan's time that they released it. But yeah, everybody, the Nintendo Switch 2 or Switch 2 that everybody is calling it.
What do you mean everybody's calling it? They literally said it's called the Switch 2 in the trailer. There's a giant 2. They might as well have Luke Smith come out and say there's a giant 2 for anybody who plays Destiny and saw the announcement of Destiny 2. You all know what I'm talking about. If not, go watch that clip. It's so funny. He literally Luke Smith walks out on the screen on the stage to talk about Destiny 2, and there's literally just a giant, probably however big the screen is at the theater they're presenting at, just the number 2. That's it. And he's like, oh, wow. Yeah, Destiny 2 is bigger and better. That's why we got a big F and 2 behind me. And he like turns around and like looks up at this giant 2 behind him. It's funny. It's funnier when he does it because, yeah. Anyways,
yes. So, we're going to be talking about the design of the console, ideas of when the system going to be released. I know pricing has been a big one. I think a lot of people are ranging it at $400. So we're going to be discussing a little bit of that. But Corey,
yeah,
how are you? How you doing, man?
I'm a little bit tired, but I'm energized to talk about Switch 2. I've been really kind of the Bossies were this weekend, right, Ed? And
yes,
I am proud of the way they turned out, but we had some launch of the video issues in terms of the way they rendered and how they rendered, and then the re-render and how long the re-render took to take. So the video didn't launch on time, and then I had to upload it into 2 parts at this point. There's going to be by the time people listen to this, there will be a 1 master file, and then hopefully all of the segments will be uploaded separately. That's my goal tomorrow. I have a long day of editing tomorrow. I have 4 podcasts to edit plus that because I have
Yeah.
been putting on the Boss Rush podcast and the pre-show, and we recorded Xbox Casuals on Thursday, and I haven't edited that yet, which is the first Friday we've missed in a while because I just have been trying to work diligently on making sure the bossies are perfect, and think I think the video turned out pretty well. The first part turned out excellent.
Yes.
The second part, there's a few mistakes in there because for some reason, like, so what happened was, and this is going to be a little behind the scenes of editing through Final Cut and how the master libraries work. The master library was so big that I couldn't transfer it over to one of my external drives because of because of how much was in the library and how much memory my computer needed to move it. It just didn't, you know. You remember when you for on PlayStation 4 when you downloaded an update, you had to have that much room on your hard drive.
Yeah.
uh you had to have like double the room because it had to
Yeah.
copy it, install it, and then delete the file, right?
Yeah.
This is how on PlayStation. Well, my Mac works in a similar way, although it's not double the amount of room. You just have to have you just have to have a little bit of room to let the system know that you're moving files over to an external drive that's that large. And there was so little space left on my hard drive and in the memory that
Oh
it
no.
just like no no,
Oh
not
goodness.
moving this file, not saving the changes that you've made here. You've very clearly made, and you can watch the changes here clearly. You can see them on the screen.
It's
But when we process the file and replace the
mhm.
other one, we're actually not going to make those changes because we can't save the changes internally. It was like this whole thing to the point where like I actually went into the and created uh a new library with the already rendered files
Yeah.
and threw the already rendered files in there and made changes to the rendered files. And it's I we were on, man, we'll talk about it a little bit later, but I just I feel really bad because a lot of people contributed to this, and a lot of people, you know, read and presented and guested and had their videos shown and everything, and it was really awesome to just for me to stumble at the end at the finish line to not get it up on time was uh I felt really bad, you know, because in my opinion that's the difference between what makes good creators and great creators, aside from, sheer talent, which I don't have, which is why I think I spend a lot of extra time making sure everything looks good so people are distracted by the lack of my talent and insights and whatever. um that's partially a joke, but I'm watching, some of the people that presented, and like their personalities, like they have the online personality, right? And like I know I don't, which is we why I podcast and not stream or do do like proper YouTube videos. Although
Mhm.
I do have a couple of those in the works right now that I'm very excited to do. Uh, but yeah, I just man, the amount of talent some of these people have, it's just extraordinary. Like Joey Ferris is somebody I point to all the time that has immense talent. Right? He
Yeah.
gave his top 5 games, and he's so funny, and his timing, like his writing and his timing are so impeccable. Like if you guys haven't watched Ferris Wheel Pro, like incredible. Or like, before we started recording, we were talking about the video Liana Rupert submitted,
Ah,
which we've been friends
amazing.
for a long time since she was at Game Informer, actually. Well, we met each other while she was at Game Informer, but we became friends when she started working at Bungie, and like she has a great online skill. Like her personality is awesome, and
she's something about her personality, something about her aura. It's just like you I'm like, I want to be around with this person and have fun with her.
Yeah,
because it's just like, I'm like, you're a regular person. And
I'm a regular person. Yes, I am. I'm the most regular person you will ever meet.
No, because it's just like there's sometimes people be kind of like intimidated because someone is known for all of these great things, and then you
that's
meet them
literally
and
everybody
you just
I meet.
yeah, and people meet you and you meet them, and I'm just saying this in a general term, that you see how down to earth and like cool people can be, like when you really get to know them and just be around them and everything. And Liana's just like, I was texting you, be like, oh, I need her room, I love her lighting. She's so cool people.
Yeah, she's cool. She's super cool, and I'm glad. Like, you know what else? Not to make this about all the cool people that we know, but you know what really impresses me about her, and which this could go for a lot of other people. I don't really know, because we know people, but we don't know a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But like, she started out as like a writer. Well, I mean, she did a lot of stuff before Game Informer, but like, she became more of an online presence when she was at Game Informer, right?
Yeah.
And then she became really iconic when she got to Bungie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, she still has that feel of when she wasn't an important person in the games industry, right? Like, her personality, her friendship, her vibe is still very, I'm just here to do my job, and you know what I mean? Like, it's I'm impressed when people can stay grounded when they become. I mean, she's a community manager on Secret Level and Fallout, the Amazon Prime shows, right? Like, she's important, and she like ran the entire community for Bungie for what, 5 years at this point. So it's not like she's not known. People know her, so it's just and then Brian Shea, the former director at Game Informer, submitted a video, and like, he's got like All Things Nintendo is a great podcast, right? So I don't know. I was just really. I also didn't expect the video to be this long or take this long to edit. Right? I was like, why is this taking so long? And then when I put the entire file together today, like the final file that will probably go up, it's like 5 hours and 23 minutes. I'm like, oh, that's why. This is why it took forever to edit. So I have a bunch of notes that, when I'm not exhausted, we'll have like a post-mortem, I guess, of the bossies at some point, and talk about all the things that were great and the things that we would like to change next year. But personally, I don't think we need a 5.5 hour video game award show. I like long shows. Sorry,
we did a 4-hour Nintendo show. Let's go out back.
I just realized, like, my camera's right here, right?
Yeah.
But you're on my side monitor, so I'm looking at this. you over here. But like I like long podcasts, right? Like, that's our thing here, is long podcasts. You and I love doing a 4-hour long Nintendo podcast, whatever. But I think there are expectations for an award show style thing to, like, Keely's thing. People always complain that it's like just a little bit too long, and part of that's because of sponsors and guests and whatever. And like, well, guess what? That's why ours was 5.5 hours long, because we had a lot of guests and a lot of sponsors and a lot of companies contribute, which I still need to credit in the end credits video tonight.
Yes, but
uh,
and we also had people from different communities,
oh yeah, no, we had
and within our
yeah,
Brothers community
yeah.
and
I mean,
everything.
like we had like Matt and Jeff from Fun and Games. We had Roger and Trina from Gamerheads. Adam from Respawning Fire, Asa, we love Asa, and
Yes,
Baron from LV1 Gaming, and uh, we had a ton of friends present as well, and that was the point of this, right? Was like
yeah,
I asked super important people, and then there are people that are just starting out that I asked to contribute videos because I wanted that range to show that us as a team, as a unit, don't care how big or how known you are. The point of this is that we are all trying to do the same thing, and we are all just at different steps in the timeline of
yes.
achieving success, right? I forget who used that phrase, but I heard that somewhere, and it's always stuck with me of like, you're not failing, you're not slow, you're just at a different point in your success timeline. And I'm like, that, and I've kind of always kept that with me. And so uh but yeah, I definitely did not. And like also while I was editing, and like my whole thing was like, oh, this could be a little bit better, so I would fix it and see how it looked in the
Yeah.
video, and then I would really like it. But there would also be like 10 or 15 videos that were already done in the previous
Oh,
way. So
yeah.
I was like, and I'm one of those people that has to go back and fix it. It doesn't matter, right?
Hmm.
So like um I went back and fixed all those other videos, which added a bunch of editing time. And then I would tweak and make sure all the transitions were the same, and make sure all the transitions were this, not just the same looking, but like the same length or the same. You know, oh well, Guiley Games is up next, so I made sure their transitions were blue because their logo is blue. Or Midwest Games is next, so I made sure theirs was that teal aqua color because that's their logo color. And
Hmm.
um, all of our Nintendo guests, I made sure that they're not from Nintendo, like people who do Nintendo content, like Nindy Nation and Nintendads and Nintendo Main, like they all submitted stuff, and I made sure all their transitions were red because they're all Nintendo based content.
Yeah.
Um, and
I gotta say,
that's just like
I
a me
love,
thing.
yeah, I love Nindy. And I
Hmm.
know and everybody, he has a video out, so do check it out on Nindy Nation. Um, like me and Nindy, we talk here and there. And he said like it's because of us, it's because of the show that he got back into doing his videos,
It was a
and
great video.
everything. It
There's
really was.
some games he put in there I had never heard of, like the dog game that he was talking about. It was like his number 4, and it was a sequel
Yeah.
to a game that came out a couple years ago.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, I like, never even heard of it. So I like
Yeah.
went and, you know, um,
I
and
mean,
that,
yeah.
but like,
I,
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah. That's why when his videos come on, when he has a new video, I'm straight checking it out because I'm like, the indie games from around the way.
Hmm.
And in the case of I miss something, and Nindy knows, Jeff, he knows that, like, I go by some of his recommendations and be like, oh, this game is bomb big. Oh, and it's on sale. Yeah. And then I even try to use if there's indies that's on my Switch, but also on Xbox or other platforms, I even try to go and get that version.
Hmm.
Regardless of quality and stuff, I'm like, okay, that guy's a good sale. I could do the full game on my Switch and then go back and try to get the trophies and just see if I miss anything. Like
Hmm.
I love kind of that's a different thing of double dipping, I would say. But yeah,
Hmm.
just hearing Nindy, just seeing him and Snurps and Matt from PlayStation Generation from
Yeah,
Console
I
Features.
put them together because like the one, arguably the most popular console platform that people play on aside from Nintendo is PlayStation,
Mhm.
right? Clearly.
Yes.
And we don't cover a lot of PlayStation at Boss Rush, surprisingly. Like, people play their indies on PlayStation, right? Or,
Yes.
some people will review some of the games, but we don't take the PlayStation thing seriously. So it was
Mhm.
nice to see people who cover PlayStation,
Yeah.
in a real significant way contribute, because we don't do that as much as I would like really love to at some point, right? But like,
Mhm.
we just don't have enough time, and like, that's why LeRon's hosted the Boss Rush podcast the last 2 weeks, and I haven't been on. And when we were talking about that dual hosting system, this was exactly what I meant. Was like, he took over so I could do this, right? And then
Yes.
you know, I think Stephanie's taking her break this week, so like, you know, we're still like covered and whatever, and it just,
No, are they recording Tuesday?
yeah.
I'm probably gonna ask them if I could hop on, if I could fill in.
I mean, I don't
Uh,
see why not. I'm gonna be there. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't
yeah,
you?
cause I'm off Tuesday, and I was thinking about it. I'm just like, I wonder if I could hop on. I didn't know if you guys had an open seat or anything.
Yeah, just I'll send you the link when it's created. It'll be fine.
Yay!
Um, but yeah, having them on, cover that, and then obviously, Lord Cognito and Chris, and the Lords of Gaming people cover Xbox really diligently, and having that aspect of it was nice. Like, I really feel like the show was super well rounded,
Yeah.
and I'm super proud of it, except for stumbling on the posting of it, and that all falls on me, because I just, I have notes for myself for next year, right? Like, I should edit, like, I should have a plan for what the like I should start prepping the bossies in like October, honestly. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the way it's going to look, the way transitions work, right? The way all these things work.
Yeah.
And then we narrow down the categories in November, right? Like, at the beginning of November, we narrow down what categories we're going to have. We're not having 46 categories next year. That's another thing. We had 46 categories, which was fine.
Yeah.
And also, we had to create some because we asked so many people to join us, and they all said yes, that I panicked, and we had to, like, because I don't like telling people they can't be part of something, and especially after I already asked them.
Well,
uh,
I will say, after seeing Cox like best Game Pass
mhm.
category, I'm like, that's a cool category. That's something that I wouldn't even think of. Like, that would be cool to be like best NSO or
Mhm.
best PlayStation Plus add-on. Like, it could be a
Yeah.
new game or an old game or something. It's just like people who, because a lot of the old stuff and present stuff is new to everybody. Like, there's probably like NSO games from, like I said, there's NSO games from Japan that's on the system that I've never heard of or played, and I get the chance to play it. And so to give that game a nomination, whether it was good or bad or something, that's a cool thing. The subscription stuff, let's let us award them, because I think that is a cool thing we just never think of.
Yeah. I mean, I think the genre stuff can probably go away, to be honest. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of the genre stuff. Like, yeah, we keep obviously the indie stuff we keep, right? Because that's kind of like our main thing. Um, but like, I don't think next year we need to have best. I don't think we need to have, like, let's see, best sports and racing and simulation game. Like, we don't cover that really in a meaningful way at all. And so, it's I don't know. I think what I'm trying to say is we need to, like, really cut these things down, but also, like,
Downsize it.
yeah, but also, like, again, I added categories because we had so many people say they wanted to be a part of it. Because, like I said earlier, and we're doing exactly what I said we shouldn't do it before we started. Um, Last thing, I expanded it, because I really expected a lot of people not to answer me at all or say no, either one.
Mm-hmm.
And only one person said no. Only one person said no. Everybody else said yes. And yeah, some people missed the deadline, and maybe next year they can submit a video or whatever.
Yes.
But I gotta be more diligent about that as well. Because that's just another lesson for learn next year, though. So
and I'm gonna jump into this housekeeping, everybody. I gotta say, thank you for everybody who did participate, all the developers and publishers who participated. Sent the trailer in.
So many great. I mean, Toge and Way Forward and Midwest. Guiley. I kind of loop him in. I kind of loop Chris in with Midwest now because they're publishing Rah.
Yes. Yeah. Just thank you everybody who participated. Who felt honored to be in the Bossies. I think that was just so cool. People saying that they were honored to be in. And there's like content creators that I never heard or never knew about, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to go check out your content. So thank you everybody for your contributions. Thank you to the team. Corey, you worked hard, man, on this whole production. So big thank you for this. Like
I wanted it. I wanted it to be really special, and hopefully again, and I know this is a me thing. I know this is really a me thing. And I know at the end of the day, a lot of our friends won't really mind, right? That it was late or like it's in 2 parts or whatever to watch right now. But like me just really missing the mark on delivering after all the marketing stuff, all the marketing we put into it and all the social media stuff pushes we put into it and everything. Like, I feel really bad that we missed the delivery and stumbled at the finish line. And, like I said, when the video goes up, hopefully tomorrow sometime, and people take the time to sit down and watch it, and the segments go up separately and the categories and they're socialized and everything, like it'll blow over. But just at like this moment, I feel like, oh my gosh. And honestly, at the beginning of the day, I thought the biggest thing to be down about was the Switch 2 was announced on the day of the Bossies, which I said in November.
We would talk about it, but Corey, let's get into this. Oh, go ahead.
Then, just real quick on the Switch 2 thing, and then like the Nate the Hate rumor thing started early last week, and Pat put it in the Boss Rush podcast group chat, and I was like, Nate the Hate is wrong sometimes, especially about Nintendo stuff. It's not going to happen, but in my mind, I was like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, and I'm going to eat those words. And I'm going to be really upset for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to watch the trailer 75 times, which is exactly what I did. All right, let's move on. Sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to delay the Switch 2 talk. I know that's what everybody is here for. And we have a lot to talk about, and we're going to talk about it quite a bit. Go ahead,
Corey,
Ed. Stop me.
Let's get it.
Help.
Let's get into this housekeeping. This is Nintendo Pow Block, part of the Boss Rush Media and the Boss Rush Network. New episodes come out every Monday on podcast services, YouTube, and our free Patreon tier. Support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Boss Rush Network for perks like early access to podcasts, exclusive shows, and bonus content. If you can't support us financially, no big deal. Your listenership and viewership is enough for us. Subscribe on Boss Rush on YouTube, and don't forget to like, comment, and hit the bell so you don't miss an episode. If you're listening on auto feeds, remember to leave us a 5-star rating and good review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. You can check all of our content on bossrush.net and learn more about us on bossrushmedia.com. gmail.com. So yeah, everybody do go check out the Bossies. If you miss it, go check out part 1 and part 2. Part 1 has the pre-show, and the first part is showing some of the awards, the content creators, their top 3 to 5 games. So you can go see that, and then part 2, you'll see more of that, and the winner of the Big Boss Key. Who takes it? You have to watch it to see who actually wins that award.
Part of me is super surprised, and then another part of me is like, of course it is.
Yes, and so yes, go and check it out. So Corey, how about we quickly get into Nintendo? Yeah, I really don't have much to say about my goal Thursday was I was supposed to be off, and I was going to get a big nacho grande, like kind of nacho plate from Taco El Norte. It's a Mexican restaurant here in Illinois. And I was just gonna have just my Sprite ready to go with this big nacho plate. But unfortunately, I ended up working that day. They ended up changing my schedule, and Corey, they ended up changing my schedule again. I can never exactly. I just like, okay, I understand we gotta cut hours, but now you add hours to my schedule instead of cut. I told you guys you could pay me through my PTO. I have 3.5 weeks. You making me gain more vacation days, but it is what it is. So I wasn't able to watch the show until I got off of work. But the things that I did catch, I definitely did enjoy. So I really, the only thing I could say that I snacked on was I got a Supreme pizza from Domino's. And I treated one of my associates. She was just wanting the slice. She didn't want part of the pizza. So I ate that pizza. But we both love Snapple, and it's the apple flavor. So she calls it the Snapple apple. So I bought her one. She did buy me the Hershey's ice cream waffle cone. That's in it is waffle cone pieces inside of the Hershey candy bar, and it was really good. I truly do enjoy it. I really love it. Hopefully they bring the cookies and mint one this Easter. I mean, that's one of my favorites of the Hershey bars. But yeah, now Corey, I know you're going to be disgusted by this. I haven't gotten it yet, but everybody, I know you may have seen it in stores. M&M's has a peanut butter and jelly flavor M&M candy. I am going to get it and try it. The only thing is that it's only in the big bag. It's because of Valentine's Day. I think they're just doing a special limited edition for it. I know you don't like peanut butter, Corey, but I gotta taste it to give my opinion. I do love some good peanut butter and jelly sandwiches though. The Smucker's one I love. Mm. You love your spicy food. I love my sweet and savory food.
Here's the thing about spicy food. So I actually we went to Casa del Rio tonight, which was great.
Yes.
And we went and picked it up after we went to Disney on Ice today, which was super fun.
Oh, nice.
And so I got my normal thing. Ed, I'm at the point in my life where I think it's time to cut back on the spicy foods because my body hates me.
Did you have the whole B Mario run?
No.
Okay.
wasn't that bad. But also like it was just like I need to like I don't know. I just really I had a really bad headache from like all the sodium in it, and I had a really
Uh,
like my throat burns from the hot sauce, and it was just like a whole thing that, and I just didn't feel good afterwards. So
oh no.
I mean, that's like a me thing. It's my fault, but it was just, I don't know, man. It was really good. I need to tone down the spiciness. Also, like the having the grilled uh
Onions.
onions and jalapenos on there, which are delicious, by the way.
Ah.
Also, really, my stomach was not didn't feel great either. So uh
Can you reduce some of the toppings, or do you want to like still the
there's
fatty fat guys?
there's no reducing from there, man. There's no reducing
You just like add it. You know how much you need to put on it. Just
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So I think that's it for me,
yeah,
though.
because I know I did have actually I had tempura shrimp sushi Sunday.
Hmm.
I went to my favorite spot and got some sushi from them. Truly enjoyed it. I was trying to go do something different. Really spicy, really crunchy. They had both ends of the shrimp tail out because they fry it, and I was just like,
Mhm.
yeah, I can't eat it this way. I gotta take this out and everything. So I had to mess up my roll. But it was really good. It was something new to taste. I had a soft vanilla ice cream cone with them, and it was really soft. I'm like, this is almost like whipped cream, but no.
Mhm.
And it was really really good. Uh, for it. I love when I go to like the Japanese market and just try out new foods that they have there. I always look for the Nintendo stuff first to see what I can find, and then I'll try other things from there. So yeah, everybody, I guess that's what we've been snacking on. So
Nice.
we're gonna quickly get into play with power, and we do have a disclaimer, everybody. So I know we mentioned that we will be talking about Donkey Kong Country Returns HD.
And we
Apparently,
will. We will.
yes,
Yes.
we're going to talk about it next week. Due to the fact that we both got the game, but
Yes.
because of the bossies was happening,
I have it right
and
here. It's open. My children opened it, not me, but it's open. You know.
yes, yeah,
Anyways,
yes.
sorry.
Actually, um, yeah. Oh no, that's my Reckonite. I thought I had it
We'll
right
get
there.
we'll get there. We'll get
Yeah.
there.
So we're gonna talk about it next week. I did get Tales of Grace's F remaster. Gonna talk about that next week also. Didn't have time to play it. I'm going to just only mention one game that I play, and that's Blade Chimera. It is the Metroid game from Ladybug. The people who made regular Lotus War.
Hmm.
It's a Metrovania game. It's really, really good. It um um I won't get into much detail because I am gonna write a review. And also everybody, my ease review I am working on. So I know I missed this past Sunday getting it up, but I am going to be working on it this week to get it up. We have some scheduling things at work, and some training things at work that took up my time. So I wasn't able to get to it, but I will try to get one up this week and also get Blade Chimera up this week too. But that's just a disclaimer for it. So yeah, but Blade Chimera, really great Metroidvania game. If you got a Nintendo Switch, I think it's out on everything, right now.
Yeah, I saw an ad on Xbox actually for it
Yeah, I
somewhere.
I I need to pick up the Xbox version too. because that's where I played the regular Lotus War. But Blade of Chimera, I definitely had to have it on Switch because that's where I first seen it at. And I didn't know if Xbox was getting it, but now that I know that they're getting it, I'll buy that. And everything. Really, I would say it's easier to play than it is than regular Lotus War and everything. So I do. It is a recommend. As for indie, it's going for one of my nominations for indie game of the year. I'm like already starting that list and everything, but it is a really great game, and the story has some twists and turns for it. So I would say definitely want to look out for if you guys like Metroidvanias. But if you want a great indie game, definitely worth a pickup for it. I can't say this month, Corey, alone for me has really been strong in games with Ease, Memoir, Oath of Felghana, Blade Chimera, now with Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tales of Grace's F being out. Just those 4 games on Switch, phenomenal. And I cannot wait for February with Monster Hunter WoW. That'll be my first playthrough. Avowed drops for Xbox. Man, Xbox is gonna be. I think this is what I love that Nintendo don't really have a big thing in February because I think Microsoft is really going to just and it's going to be with PlayStation also with February. I think February is a big month for those 2 platforms with it. And yes, everybody, the developers direct is happening Thursday for Xbox, and I'm super excited to see what they have what they have planned.
Probably some Switch 2 games, I'm sure.
That would be amazing, dude. I literally
we talked about it on Xbox Casuals the other day, which you guys can go listen to the Xbox podcast that I host with Josh Finney. We talked about it. Like we kind of think that Microsoft is going to show off some games for Switch 2, and there are some rumors of the Master Chief Collection and Indiana Jones, and we talked about it last week, I think. On this show, dude. Last week's episode feels like 10 years ago. Look, when you cut your sleep time by from by 3/4, days become super long.
Yes.
I know. To be fair, though, when you're up an extra 4 to 6 hours a day, you can get a lot done.
Yeah, I was talking to Shane, where I messaged me and Shane was talking like through Messenger, and he mentioned he hosts that Age of Empire drops on Switch 2. I'm like, with one of the functionalities, that's probably possible. Like, I think
with the mouse kind of thing. Did you see somebody is making a 3D printed mouse attachment to hopefully sell? I think it's the flip grip, the Switch flip grip people.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the need for one and if they announce games but Civ 7 is coming to Switch. If that comes to Switch 2, people are gonna want a mouse for that, right?
Yeah.
And I mean that could give you a competitive edge in games like Call of Duty when it comes out, Overwatch. You think of all the shooters on there that people would prefer to play with mouse and keyboard. Just saying, it could be beneficial.
And then I was just we were talking about Civilization. I think 7 is coming out for Switch.
That's what I just said.
You said, I thought you said The Sims 7.
No.
Civilization.
The Sims 7. They're still on The Sims 4.
Yeah, that is true.
Sims 7, we're gonna be dead.
Dude, I mentioned when we were talking about the mouse.
Our grandkids are gonna be co-hosting the show.
When I was talking about the mouse, dude, I was just like, ooh, Roller Coaster Tycoon series on Switch 2.
Yeah.
I'm like, with that mouse feature, that would fix so many things for me.
Yeah, man, the only game I've been playing is Roller Coaster Tycoon because it's the only game I can like play a little bit, go and edit, and then while something's rendering or processing or something, I can play a little bit and then I can leave it sit there and let them spend money to go pee while I go edit. You can't charge money to enter your park, so I got to charge money somehow. It's 10 cents to pee. Sorry.
Wow. Wow.
Man, that would really
Hey,
suck
you
if you
got
had to pay money to go to the bathroom.
well, if you go, well, Starbucks is
Yikes.
doing it.
Yeah, well, that's a
Yeah, they're getting. I read the news that they're getting rid of their policy that if you want to use their bathroom, you have to buy something.
you have to
from
pay
them.
to. Yeah, I mean, a lot of
Yeah.
companies are like that though. Like even in made like bigger cities like New York, for example. That's a big thing in New York. So, by the way, I think I'm going to be in New York in February. So, if anybody, any of our listeners are in New York in February, yeah. So,
Ooh.
I know Adrielle said if I'm ever in New York to let her know. So I might meet her for the first time. That'd be cool.
Yes.
And like, my cousin lives in New York, which I haven't seen in. It's been so long. She does like I started dating and married my wife since the last time I saw her. So maybe I'll see her.
Yeah,
So
go visit. I'm
yeah.
excited. You know, I need the food bits, of course.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the food's gonna look like. It's gonna be like for work meetings. It's not gonna be for anything. I mean, it's cool for me, but not anything the audience really cares about. So
yeah, true. Well, Corey, anything that you've been playing, or just Roller Coaster Tycoon? I know
it's really just been roller. Oh, I also finished the Star Path on Disney Dreamlight Valley. That was the other thing that I did. It wasn't very hard. Well, it was, but I had extra moon stones because I got the super large extra version of Storybook Vale, which is the expansion. So I just bought the rest of the stuff in it. It's all Frozen themed and Cinderella themed. It's fine. But the new one starts in February, I think. So yeah. Oh man, good times. Good times.
Not to work more on the game to get through the campaign before you rebuild part of the island.
Yeah, look, I've just been trying to distract myself from the bossies for a couple minutes at a time. So yeah, I'm
yeah.
it's been a busy week, Ed. Not gonna lie to you.
Well, Corey, do we have some show and tell?
Yeah, show and tell, Ed. You
I
can go
have
first.
something. Okay, so I mentioned the Pokemon Time edition. They, like I said, they had Charizard and Pikachu. I actually had to go to my friend's job, where they had the magazines. They still had the Pikachu and the Charizard one, so I may end up going get those, collecting those. But
nice.
I was looking for Bulbasaur, because he is my starter Pokemon from the first Pokemon Blue. And I've been grass in every game. That is always my starter. I know, Corey, you are fire with Charizard, and everything.
I actually in Gold and Silver I picked Bayleaf or Bayleaf's the first. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first. I've dude, it's been so long. I don't know.
Yeah.
Continue. By the way, you know what somebody said on a podcast the other day, speaking of Pokemon, that I was like, yes, they need to do this.
What?
License the HD 2D engine from Square and do the Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Silver, Gold, Platinum in 2D HD 2D. And sell them for $50 a piece, and they will make so much money.
Would I be ready to
Also
depart with my
add
coins?
also add running and fast travel and all that kind of stuff too.
So
Add the
quite so
quality of
that
life stuff.
stuff. Yeah, I mean they would get my coins. They would get they would get the pre-order
That would get
coin.
me back. That would get me back in. I've had a real so sorry, I'm twisting my microphone. I'm sorry if there's a squeaking sound. I've had a real inkling to play Pokemon again
Hmm.
for some reason. I think it's because my kids are starting to get into it. Plus, like, most of our friends and staff are into the Pokemon trading card pocket app game thing. I don't know, man. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about Brilliant Diamond and what is it? Brilliant Shiny Diamond. I don't know. One of those.
Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Yeah, that. Jeez, that I got there. Doing that just because they're remakes of old games and not
Yeah.
8,000 Pokemon in them.
I
I
had to
just
get
don't.
Diamond. I had to get Diamond because of that's my birthstone.
I just don't know where to go. I don't know what to start with, and I guess the new ones probably would be, but man, there's so many Pokemon now that I would be crippled looking at the Pokedex, thinking I have to like catch them all.
Well, I think we're in need of a Poke Direct. Hopefully that comes
I
soon.
thought, didn't they say February for Pokemon Zia,
ZA,
Zozo, whatever
maybe
it's called?
maybe I don't know.
I think they said February. Maybe I'm making that up, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's a Pokemon Presents soon, and that game is the February
Yeah,
game.
and then we get something on NSO
Mm-hmm.
particularly for them.
Mm-hmm.
Cause what they be
Yeah.
like, you could play red, blue, and
Well,
green, and yellow, and all of
which
the. They just like drop half of their whole
what would
series
be
for the game.
what
Oh, go ahead.
what would be awesome is if they dropped the Game Boy Advance versions of Red and Green. That
Ooh,
would be
yeah,
though, because Fire Red and Leaf Green are like the best versions of those games.
and I've never played them.
I played a little bit of Green and then I sold it. I think I traded it in for something on DS. I think probably.
I yeah, I never played them because I think I passed on them because I didn't want red and I was trying to get. I was hoping for a blue one, so I passed on green too. Like I
Mm-hmm.
think I just passed on them. So, um,
Yeah, yeah, that was one of
yeah,
those things where like Japan got 4 versions of it, right? Because
mm-hmm,
because each of the original starters got a version, and then
yeah.
Pikachu also got his version clearly, right? So, yeah, we didn't get green here, but it's so interesting. The thing can't no nope. Continue.
We'll
Sorry.
save it.
So
We'll
many.
save it for another discussion. We'll
I
save it
have
for
so many.
later.
I have so many things to say because I've been stuck in a dungeon. My overlords have had me chained down here editing this massive video, and I need somebody to talk to. Besides children who all they want are teddygrams and to watch freaking Ryan's World, man.
But 10 grams is bomb big though.
Yeah, but dude, I don't mean to offend anybody, but Ryan's World is one of the most annoying shows I've ever seen.
I've never heard of it.
And it's not the kid, it's the parents. They're the parents.
Yikes.
They're the parents who like the kid. They started filming fun videos for their kid and put them on YouTube, and the kid
Mm-hmm.
got popular, and now it's the parents' show. It is not the kid's show anymore.
Wow.
My kid in like it has one of those portal channels on like the Samsung Hub TV Hub
Yeah.
things, alongside like Blippy and all these other kids things, and like my kids are obsessed with it. I'm like, 1 minute I'm watching one where it's like this nice little wholesome home video of this Ryan kid opening Christmas gifts, and it's like Nintendo stuff or kid stuff. And then
Yeah.
the next video is like this super highly produced video of the parents acting like complete idiots to make you like they're going to McDonald's and Starbucks and ordering drinks and like, oh, somebody put whipped cream in my coffee. Blah, I'm driving a Porsche. And it's like, how's this a kid's video, dude? Like, anyways, we can also have a whole 1-up discussion on that. But
I'm gonna try to watch a
expansion
couple
pass.
episodes.
Don't
Look,
don't torture yourself.
I need to watch at least 2 episodes of each, so I gotta get an idea, be familiar. Other than that, I'm still trying to figure out the Instagram video that you sent me, and I'm just like, good googly moogly.
No, every time you watch it, there's something new in there that's completely disturbing.
I was just like, this has to be a British thing because
Corey Feldman, the actor.
I was just like, who is this Michael Jackson impersonator? And I'm gonna
Corey Feldman.
I'm gonna leave it at that. Corey, let's get into family news.
What? Corey Feldman Instagram videos aren't big news from the 80s.
I left you a voice message with many questions and then just said and just left it at there.
I don't have any answers for you, so I didn't respond. That's my response.
Know.
I have no answers for you.
That's what I put. Words, I have none.
And I didn't do my weekly pickups yet. You totally skipped my fun thing.
Sorry. Go ahead. Corey, what is your weekly pickups?
So I got Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. The best Donkey Kong game, everybody. It's the only reason like I kept my Wii hooked up as long as I did. And Skyward Sword. Tales of Grace's F I got also.
Yes.
And then Ed, to celebrate the release of the Switch 2, I decided to do one last hurrah on Joy-Cons for the Switch 1.
Ooh.
And went OG.
Yes.
Neon red and blue. But they're the opposite sides of the launch consoles, right? So they, But yeah, I was like, you know what? I've always wanted the neon colors, and I really don't like the white Switch Joy-Cons. Like, I just like in theory, like white is super clean and classy and fun.
Yeah.
But it's only clean and classy and fun if you live in a house where nobody can touch anything, where you pay professional cleaners to come clean your house every week. You know, those types of places, right? And it's why I don't like the white PlayStation 5 either, but I don't play it enough to justify buying the plates, so I just kind of leave it. But like, I was just like, I have gray ones, they're fine. You know, the blue ones, my other blue ones have Joy-Con drift. I like the blue and yellow, but I need some red and blue ones before this thing is retired.
I may have to get some. I've never had to play with the red and blue ones. I mostly play with my Pro Controller, which I think I need to go buy another one.
Yeah, I would like to buy this and obviously I'm gonna have to do this on eBay or something. I would like to buy the Smash one and the Splatoon 2 one. Those special editions. Which the cool thing though is that the Pro controllers are gonna probably work on the Switch 2.
Well, that's what we're hoping. We're all hoping for, everybody. That's what.
Which we'll get into in one of these news stories, because there's a big news story that people are talking about, and I think I'm like, you guys are making a bigger deal about this than I think you should be. But yeah, I'm all right. I'm ready to talk Switch 2 now that we're an hour into the episode. Sorry, everybody. I know we were going to try to do this 15 minutes in, but it's us. Welcome to the show. What do you want?
Right. I think it's us. Well,
according to my sleep schedule, I'm going to be up for another 7 or 8 hours. So.
Oh no. Well, everybody, now it's time for Family News. Corey, take it away.
Yeah. So Switch 2 on Thursday was announced at 8 a.m. Eastern time. Nintendo drops a 2-minute and 27-minute. Wow, Ed,
Sorry
you
about that.
sucking a golf ball through a garden hose there? Jeez,
No,
what's going on
the
over there?
air, this
Uh,
plastic is weird.
Nintendo dropped a 2-minute and 27-second trailer on the Nintendo Switch 2. It has, it reveals the console, obviously, what it looks like. They literally put the 2 on the dock, Ed. But I think the trailer is super cool. Let's talk about the device itself first. The trailer
Yes,
starts out with it starts morphing I think it's a launch version Switch.
it
It's
is.
not
Yeah.
an OLED model, but it
Mm-mm.
starts like it has a picture of the Switch on the screen, right? And then it just
Yes.
starts transforming the parts of the original Switch. So
Mm-hmm.
the screen gets bigger. Um, Not confirmed an LCD screen,
Yes. Yeah.
but I think that's kind of what we're looking at as an 8-inch LCD screen. Bezel, very minimal, similar to the OLED Switch. Very nice. Thank you, Nintendo, for doing that. It looks
Yes.
much nicer, much cleaner. Then they fold out the kickstand, right? It's this little, like, almost like a handle.
Before we even get to the kickstand, the the finish of the Switch, like it transferred to,
Oh,
it
yeah.
looks like it looks, it feels like a mix of the Wii U, but the Nintendo DS, kind of like shiny black
You,
matte kind
yeah.
of feel.
You know what this looks like? This looks like when the new Nintendo 3DSs came out, and they came
Yeah,
out with that, they had that matte black color,
yeah,
is what this is, right? It's a really clean looking finish that which, I think it's a little bit darker than the original Switch, I think, right? Cuz
yes.
it's more, the Switch is more of a charcoal color. It's not black, right? It's a
Mm.
deep charcoal, I would say, but this looks like a matte black, similar, I would say, to the Series X, actually. Um,
It is. It's so sexy with this cleanness. I know
mhm.
we say that, we don't say that a lot, but I'm just like, ooh, this looks expensive, but
Yeah,
like I
which
love
is
the
what
fact.
I like, right? Like,
Yeah.
which is what we said about the Switch from the Wii U, where like the Switch or the Wii U, like Nintendo had the right idea conceptually, right, with
Yes.
off TV play, right? But the Switch looks like a sleek piece of technology. But
Yes.
it looks like this is doing the same thing for the Switch 2, for the Switch, that the Switch did for the Wii U. Right? Like, it looks clean, sleek, like a nice piece of hardware that you can kind of carry around, and like, not that there's really a real stigma anymore of taking these things out in public, but like not feel judged by carrying this thing around, right? It doesn't look like a
Right.
child's toy. You know,
Exactly.
I'm almost 40, you're over 40, like carrying carrying this colorful thing out in public, right? Like when I go out in public, I will put the white Joy-Cons on, or I will put the gray ones on.
Yes.
I'm not going to take the color ones out, right? So I do like the finish. I think it's super clean, super nice. The leaks also had a white color that they don't show in this trailer. I wonder if we're going to see that in April, like a white finish.
Mm.
Um, but we'll get there at some point. So they do kick the kickstand out. It's a bar now. It's not even. It's not a flap. It's like this little handle bar that comes out.
And
Right.
it looks like it's lower. It's
Mhm.
almost like it could go into a table, so you can have like tabletop. So like
Mhm.
if you lower it down, we could look it up from the top, like, and probably
Yeah.
like play chess. So I have a feeling that
Hmm.
you may be able to buy like a stylus and be able to touch and move stuff like you're playing chess or anything, or
Yeah.
even Mario Party games may use it. Talk about that later. Go ahead.
Yeah. And so once they, they show where all like the buttons pop out, like they show where the volume button, everything is kind of like moved around, right? There's the
Yes.
USB-C charging port is on the top now, right? It looks like the speakers and vents and stuff are on top. It looks like there's another little connector in the back of the device, which I don't see a lot of people talking about, which, you know, we have a theory based on a patent that's kind of resurfaced today, really.
Yes.
I saw Nintendo deals post about it on Blue Sky, which is we'll get into that in a minute.
Yes.
But you know, it has the USB-C port on top, which is really interesting, which makes connecting other devices really neat. Again, we'll get there. The volume buttons and the power buttons seem to be, you know, everything seems to be really nice at home on top, right? And just on the bottom, it really just looks like that's where you plug it into the dock. This is where it's going to sit, and that's kind of it. Then they do the transformation of the Joy-Cons, which was super fun. I really liked this, right? Obviously, they like make them larger because the device is larger, right?
Yeah.
But they show the neon blue and red ones, but then they like they spin and get bigger, and they turn into that matte black, kind of grayish matte black color.
Yeah.
And then the trim of the Joy-Cons becomes the colors now instead of the Joy-Con itself.
So I was wondering about this because it looks like it's a peach color and then it's a light blue. So
it seems like what it looks like is so these are very like I just showed on video, like these are very clearly neon blue and neon red. They are very bright, they are very bold. These look like desaturated versions of these colors. Like they very like any photo editors out there using like Aperture or Photoshop or whatever, or you know, you tone that saturation down and it starts turning into like a black and white image or whatever. You know, it looks like they desaturated this and turned the brightness up just a tad, and like you said, it went from like this neon bright red to almost like this light pink peachish color, but still has that same like hue to it, you know?
Yes.
Same with the blue. And then the interesting thing though is like it has all the same buttons, right? Well, they show the right one first. Has all the same buttons, has the shoulder buttons on top. You know, it has the sync cable, the sync button in the middle. It has the right one has that extra button that is not labeled. Some people have already collectively started calling it the C button. A lot of rumors suggest it's a social sharing button.
I think it's something for your amiibo. I keep thinking of that.
What do you want to know what I think? I think they're bringing something like Miiverse back. And I think they're bringing Street Pass and Miiverse back in some meaningful way, or like somehow they are morphing. Like, remember that Miitomo app they launched before that?
Yeah,
I think they really like the idea of having a social space. I think the Switch is super popular, and if they can, I think Nintendo's going to create a social media app for the Switch and Switch users specifically, and Nintendo Switch Online users. And like maybe if you're a Nintendo Switch Online user, you can be like a paid member. You are like a verified user or something, right? And then that will become like their version of Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky. They're going to have their own version.
I think I think they probably won't do Twitter, but like, you know how you could take pictures. No,
it's going to be their. It's going to be their own version.
Their own.
Yeah. Okay. And there was some leak that came out like a week ago that said that Nintendo was experimenting with their own social media network app. Mm-hmm. And then you can also access it on your phone too, which would be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be super cool because like they're clearly trying to be connected, right?
Yeah.
They want people to be connected to this ecosystem.
Because the app that they had was, I think was that the Miitomo app? That was like on the phones and stuff. Like it kind of was a social thing.
That was their second app after Mario Run.
Okay, because like you could buy clothes and
Mm-hmm.
like friends and stuff and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like and like we're gonna get into the they showed Mario Kart 9 everybody during this too.
Before
But
you get there,
we'll get there.
Corey.
But this has to do with like what? Sorry.
Oh, I just so you mentioned like the social app,
Mm-hmm.
and I know people the step things like from Mario Super Mario 3D World. Like
Yeah.
I love that, and
Mm-hmm.
using that step thing. The step thing for what for people could be like their trophies if they're like for Xbox achievements,
Yeah.
PlayStation, and
We've
so
talked about that several times before, right? Like
so wouldn't it be cool to be like if you're online and you're doing it, not only does it automatically show you that you got a trophy because you did something, but it it's connected. It automatically connects to your social thing and be like, hey, David
yeah.
got this trophy in
The
Legend of
way
Zelda.
yeah, the way that
Go,
the way that PlayStation used to do it for Twitter or Facebook, right? Like
yeah.
you used to be able to connect your social apps, and every time you got a trophy, it would like you could turn on the automated message of like,
Mm-hmm.
I just earned this trophy in I don't know, Ratchet and Clank, and it was the boom boom shoo boom 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 trophy. You know, like you know what I mean? Like they could
Yeah.
totally do that too, and like you could connect it to the theme parks, you could connect it to the movies and the shows that are coming. Like there's a lot you could do. You could like check into like if you go see when Super Mario Brothers 2 comes out, the movie,
Yes.
right? You theoretically download the app on your phone. I doubt you're going to take your Switch to a movie theater, right? But you download the app on your phone, you check in via the app, say, "Hey, I'm seeing the Super Mario Brothers movie," and like it'll like notify people that you're seeing it, or like you know what I mean. Like it'll do something maybe like that. Like there's a lot they
Oh,
could do, and like
it gives you like
honestly,
bonus coins for like eShop or something.
yeah, or like yeah, or towards your platinum coins or gold coins or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really do think Nintendo likes the idea of having their own social media app, right?
Yes.
I think it's very clear based on the NSO app that you have to download for voice chat. I think it's very apparent with Nintendo Music, the parental app. Like they very clearly want you to be connected via some sort of ecosystem app. And if you can somehow fold those apps into one, like Nintendo Music, like maybe it's just the Nintendo Switch Online app, right? It's got your parental controls. It's got, the primary person gets the parental controls for the console, right? You have access to Nintendo Music, you have access to your voice chat stuff, you have access to this social media network now, right? And
You have the eShop stuff, like just like
yeah, you can
Xbox
add stuff.
Microsoft show.
You can add stuff to your wish list from there, right? iOS won't let you purchase things for some reason, right? Unless you're on a browser. So, but you can add stuff on your wish list there. It can notify you when games on your wish list are on sale. It could like notify you when NSO games start coming out to the similar to the, we don't talk about it enough, but like the news feature app that every time you turn your Switch on, there's a news app, right? Something like that. Also, like you could open the app and it starts showing you the latest Nintendo news, right? And any third party that wants to get involved with it can do it, right? Like,
because all of it's going to be connected to your NSO account.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just like,
and like
there's so many possibilities.
You think of all that and having that their own version of like Instagram or whatever. I would say TikTok, but that seems to be getting banned. I don't really know what's going on.
It's banned.
I don't really understand what's going on. It's like you have your own version of that, and then you add Street Pass into that, bring Street Pass back, because that's like the one thing everybody misses for 3DS, right?
Because I was talking to you, we was talking about PAX and everything, like convention stuff, and like that would be so cool to be in Seattle or be in Boston.
Yeah, if we're standing in line for a game and we meet people and like they have their Switches with them, and like you like I don't know, maybe you transfer information, or like the 3DS did. You just walk by them and it says, here's your street passes for the day or whatever. And
Yeah.
that would be insane, you know? And
Right.
like
It
and
like
and it you could even somehow backwards, and maybe not like the video, like adding video to the thing, but you can add an app to the Switch One also. Maybe not the Street Pass stuff or
yeah.
like adding videos, but like taking screenshots and uploading them to this thing. You could do like, similar to like the way that Xbox handles themes on Xbox One versus Xbox Series consoles,
Yeah.
where like, oh, you can get all this stationary themes on Xbox One, but only the dynamic themes are on the series consoles, right? And it would be the same idea, right? Where like, oh, you get access to the app on Switch One, but you don't get all the features. Like, you can upload your screenshot and type a caption, but you can't like tag your friends because our friend code system is weird. You can't, upload video because you're not on the Switch 2 or something, right? And
Right.
that gets that engagement going. And but that then it also like, oh well, I just did this really cool thing on Switch. I can't upload the video from my Switch. I would have to transfer it to a PC and then go to an app or go to the website, and then it just wouldn't be worth it. But if I had a Switch 2, I could just hit that button, it would upload it, right? And I could type my caption right there.
Yeah.
Dude, it's right there for them. They're already doing it in several separate places. They just need to bring it together and
And
add a
and,
couple
and the
more things.
And the thing about it, just Japan alone is so social, and the way that they game and kind of technology wise, they're kind of like further along than us with the
Mm-hmm.
phones and with gaming and with their social aspect. Like Nintendo will be out of their mind not to take advantage of that because they could benefit from that.
Mm-hmm.
Not only are you kind of getting that all in the one social media, like you're selling consoles to get that, and you selling games to get that. Like
Yeah.
there's so many possibilities that could
Yeah.
come from it.
And not to mention the possible upgrades to the current Switch games, right? Like
Yes.
just from it being more powerful. Like, I don't know if frames are locked at a certain point on like I like on like Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild, right? Like, clearly it
Yes.
drops below 30. But if you if you like had added power, would their frames go up because it can run better? Because like we see that emulation on people's streams all the time, right? Like,
Yes.
which don't do that, but it does look amazing when you add 4K 60 frames a second to Breath of the Wild with real-time ray tracing and real-time shadow effects. It looks amazing. But like, will we get some of that effect to those games, right? Like, and we'll get to the backwards compatible stuff soon, because there is news about that also, which people are freaking out about for some reason.
It if it has AI upscaling and that will also affect the Switch games, um that could do something for those games. And don't
Mhm.
forget, because they're on that old console and they still at $60, that's more money for Nintendo.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm telling you, dude, if they drop the Switch Lite to $99 in April when then they announce the price,
Hmm.
a couple up. I'll get a couple for my kids. Like, I would probably get like 3 or 4 of them just to
Oh,
put back.
any kind of price drop that they get for the Switches before Switch 2. Oh yeah, to get rid of inventory. Oh heck yeah, that's
Mhm.
more sales. That's going to help them pass, if possible, maybe PlayStation 2. That's
Yeah.
that's another record for them.
Yeah. Um yeah, I think this social media thing, I know it's a lot of weird, like a lot of work to think that Nintendo would do, but honestly, it's really just putting it all into one app and like
Mm-hmm.
figuring it out. And I think since Nintendo, because Xbox has tried this a couple times, right? But like Xbox is not Microsoft's main focus, so like a lot of that stuff kind of feels half baked a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of goes away eventually, like the Avatar thing, or like they tried that clubs thing for a while, which I think still exists, but like who uses it? Which was like those group things that you could create.
Mm.
I think there's still a bookmark on my Xbox for Boss Rush games. Uh, and then they tried they had Xbox had their really basic follow me to see what games I'm playing, and I can post a message if I want to, kind of like Twitter, but not really, and doesn't really notify you when people post things, and it was like this weird thing, right? That still exists on the platform, but like
Yes.
it kind of sucks, and I would be surprised if people even knew it existed. But since Nintendo, like the console is their primary and literal only focus, aside from like their theme park and movie contracts, right? Like
Yeah.
this is their main business, so like why wouldn't you put the effort into that, especially since you're only dealing with one, I guess, family of consoles now, right? The Switch and the Switch 2, instead
Yes.
of their three pillar their great three pillar strategy with the GameCube, Game Boy Advance, and DS, which became like one and a crumbling pillar uh, with the DS and the GameCube, right? So, uh, yeah, I Nintendo has all the right ideas here. I think they need to flesh out me. I think it's going to be something like Miiverse, but way more intuitive and way more. I would say it will look like an app that goes on this console. It's not going to look like a kid's drawing tablet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was that notepad app that the DS had that you could send notes to other DS players? You know what I mean?
Oh.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to look like that, right? And it's not going to look like the weird drawings that you can see in Splatoon when you walk around the hub town. I think it's going to look more sophisticated, like maybe almost like Twitter or Blue Sky or
Hmm.
Instagram. Uh, so very kind of straightforward and clean looking, and it'll have their Nintendo touch, right? Like maybe you give it if you really like a post, you give it a star. You can choose like a icon, right? Maybe they'll have
Yeah.
their own set of Nintendo emojis that you can go in, and maybe that's how they monetize it. You can be like, oh, hey, Twilight Princess HD just came out for Switch 2. If you want, your Twilight Princess emoji amiibos, you can spend your platinum coins, or you can spend like $2.99 or whatever on stickers.
Yes.
Which I found out, by the way, Nintendo's been selling stickers on iPhone as emojis for years, and I had no idea. They're $1.99 a pack.
I didn't know that.
And if like your first pack was free if you downloaded Mario Run, which is I have the Mario Run stickers. Like sometimes I send you those Mario faces.
Hmm.
Geez, Ed, what are you doing to that bottle?
Sorry. It's the
Jeez,
air.
watch out! You're gonna get pregnant or something. It's 2025, Ed. Anything can happen.
Pretty much.
uh, and considering what's gonna happen on the day this episode comes out, you're not going to be able to get rid of it. So, sorry, everybody. Anyways, welcome to the show. The what were we talking about? Oh, the sticker
Sushi.
packs. Yeah, like
Yes.
you could add sticker packs to this thing. You could add new emojis. You could add new, instead of likes and dislikes, you could have like a superstar, or like if you kind of like it, if you don't like it, you give them a poison mushroom or something. I don't know. Like there's cool things you could do with this, man. Oh man, I just gave them a whole thing. Nintendo, you can have that for free. All the engineers from Twitter got fired a year ago. You can probably hire them.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
Um,
They all moved to Japan to do Nintendo social media app.
they wouldn't have to move to Japan. They could do it remotely. They could do
That
it
is
from
true.
They could do it from Treehouse.
I mean, shoot, like I said, Nitsy got the coin. They could do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. By the another side tangent, by the way, I just speaking of Japan, I was showing. So my kids have are in the pre-show of the Bossies, and so like
Hmm.
I was showing it to them. But when I was searching for it, a Universal Japan parade showed up. Did you know they have a Nintendo parade or like a video game based parade or something?
No.
Yeah, it has like all their floats are Mario and Pokemon based, and like it's like a couple of these giant Mario Kart floats of like, and the characters are like on the carts from Mario Kart 8, and they look like they're floating, and then like there's these cars that are like zooming around with like, but they're Mario Karts with like Luigi and Peach and Yoshi driving around these fake looking Mario Karts in this parade. And then you have like, you know how like when you watch like a Disney parade and like they have like dancers and singers and whatever?
Yeah.
They have singers and dancers, but they're dressed up like Mario Kart items. So there's like the guy that is wearing a blue shell and a Mario, like a Mario mushroom, and someone has a lightning bolt hat on, and the ink, like the squid ink
Yeah.
thing hat on. It was wild. I was like, is this real? I literally thought I had gotten to the point where I was hallucinating because I haven't slept in 4 days. I was like, it's happening. I was like, it's finally happening. Finally happening. No, it was real.
That's insane.
No, it was awesome. I'll send you a link to it because it was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to see this.
So rumored social media app for Nintendo. So that's what that button is. People are lovingly call it the C button, and they kind of do the same thing to. Well, by the way, we're talking about the Switch 2 still, how the trailer is evolving the console, and then they do the same thing to the blue side, right? And the big change here is that it looks like they are connecting through magnet strips instead of clicking in like the Switch does, right?
Yeah.
Because even the animation of it, them putting it in, right? The iconic Switch sound, the click sound, right?
Yeah.
Instead of the one sliding down, right? They smash together
They clap.
like you would put something. Yeah, yeah. And I did see somebody. Oh, before they snap them on, they do the thing where they look like they're doing the thing like a mouse, right? Like
Yes.
they start racing around a table like a mouse.
Yes.
But the big thing, right, is the magnet strip. It looks like a plug. Like there's a very clear plug in a hole that you put them into, and people are very concerned that the plug is going to snap off at some point. And my first thought was, what are you doing to your Switch that you're afraid it's going to snap off? You know, like,
Right.
okay, I get that your kids might play with it, but like, they're either playing on the TV or they're not taking the Joy-Cons off.
Right.
Just, I mean, I guess be careful, but also like, what are you doing to your Switch that you're worried this plug is going to break off? How many things do you own and the plugs stick out and you have never broken them off? I think I've broken one plug in 38 and a half years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because I tripped over the cord and I stepped on it, and it wasn't because it was sticking out, right? So because I'm a clumsy idiot. I'm just saying, get over it. People just like to complain about things, and it just,
Of course.
and I get I'm complaining about people complaining, and that's like the big vicious circle, but stop complaining. This thing looks awesome. After it smashes together, right, they well, let me see, make sure that, yeah. So it starts smashing together. I really like the sound, the echoey click. Like it's it's like this heavy echoey click. It's like this,
Yeah.
and then like once it smashes together, a giant 2 pops up on the screen, right? And I know a lot of people are like, why do they put a 2 on it? And I'm like, did you not see what happened to the Wii U? People, did you not understand that the marketing and launch for that was the worst since the Saturn decided to shadow drop in the 90s? Like, this, look, I know the 2 looks really ugly, especially when the dock has it printed on it, right? Like the dock has the logo on it.
Yeah.
But look, PlayStation has been doing it for years and nobody's ever gotten confused, right? Look at the Xbox's branding. How many people got so confused about the Xbox One, right? And the Xbox
Yes.
Series consoles? How many people bought Xbox One S's when they all went on sale thinking they were getting a Series S that Christmas, right? Like, what this is the smartest thing they could have ever done.
Yeah.
The Switch is super popular. You put a 2 on it. Oh, this is the second. This is the new one. This is 2, right? Like,
Right.
okay, I get it. And I think if you're not going to create something drastically different like the Wii was from the GameCube, this was the smartest thing they could have done.
People think that it's going to be hard for parents who don't know about anything for video games going into the store to buy the Switch 2, and their kid been telling them, "Oh, can you get the newest Switch?" And their parents going to be like, "What is the newest Switch?" Because they're not going to keep up with it, and so
Well,
retailer workers will have to be like, "Well, he probably talking about the Switch 2."
right.
He
Well,
didn't tell you that.
yeah, but when this thing comes out, you're not going to see any. You're gonna see an end cap for Switch stuff, and the Switch 2 is going to dominate the aisles, right? Like that's
Yes.
that's going to be Nintendo's. As soon as this thing launches, you're not going to see Switch anywhere, like branding for the original Switch anywhere, except for like a few games that start coming out, right? A few games that pop out.
I mean, they may still have some systems out because
well, yeah. I mean, you're gonna have that inventory, right, still in place, and yes, they're gonna have games that are gonna run on both for a while. I think.
Yeah.
Especially the remasters that are gonna run out the rest of the Switch's life cycle. The inevitable, I don't know, Kirby Tilt and Tumble. We might get a new Metroid game or a remake of something. Super Metroid remake. My thing is I still think that Twilight Princess and Wind Waker are going to be ported to Switch 1 and will run on Switch 2. I still think that that's going to happen. I wonder what the boxes are going to look like. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So I did see a thing. I did see someone post something the other day. Supposedly this person works at a retailer like a Walmart or a GameStop or something. I didn't. But the cases are going to be thicker, like a DS case, and a little bit taller. So I guess they're going to be they're going to look a little bit like a Blu-ray case, I guess, theoretically.
Okay.
Just to define the difference. The console is bigger. The games are big. Like the games are bigger, right? So, that's
because they can't stick to the red ones because of the Switch.
Well, they can stick to red. I think they can stick to red. I mean, PlayStation stuck with blue.
Well, yeah, they stuck with blue.
I think what they could do, because PlayStation 4 stuck with the blue cases, right? The change was on the label, right? Where instead of the blue and white PS4 logo, it had a white and black PlayStation 5 logo, right? They had that white strip that runs around the top of the box now instead of the blue one. It says PS5 instead of PS4. I think Switch could totally, at the top put a white strip and have the Switch 2 logo there. Like whether it's like the Joy-Con logo like the Switch has now with the 2 or just the
Mhm.
2 or something to differentiate it. I think they could totally do that and get away with it and be fine. Because I
Because
think
I
they want to associate I think they still want to associate red with Nintendo like we all
yeah,
do.
I
Or the,
do
or they could do purple.
go back to that GameCube weeks because I think because the way that they ended the Switch 2 announcement, I like that logo. I thought it was like clear and white.
We're
Was
going to
it?
get to that in a minute. Oh, you mean like before they start showing off Mario Kart?
I think so. Yeah,
I actually just had it pulled up. Hold on. It's white. The logo is white.
it's
But so
white.
is the Switches. So the Switches logo is white.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. So I wonder if because I think as long as they have that logo on it,
Mm-hmm.
they probably still could play around with the red. Um,
I mean,
hmm,
I think the boxes are going to be red. I also, you know what they could do, honestly?
yeah,
The Switch boxes are clear. They could make a translucent red box also.
that probably would be cool.
You get a translucent red box,
Hmm.
you get the red strip down the side with the white wrapping like the PlayStation 5 does.
Yeah,
That would be cool. I think if you look at the PlayStation 5 case and you make it red instead of blue, like I think that would be awesome for Switch too. Just like whether it's a standard size Blu-ray case or like a thin one because it's a cartridge or
yeah.
whatever, like I don't know. But
You just want to make sure that it's different from the
mhm,
Switch cases.
yeah, whether it's taller, there's got to be a marking on the binding of the thing. There's got to be a marking on the front, obviously, which Nintendo's usually pretty good at putting.
Yeah.
Um, it'd be really cool. On the GameCube, how they had that like curved trim at the top that kind of looked like the top of the console.
Yes.
That would be cool if they did that, like something like that too. But I'm just spitballing ideas here now. But yeah, so Switch 2 announced. We're getting a full reveal on April 22nd.
Oh, actually, April 2nd.
Or April 2nd, sorry.
Yeah.
2025. And we're going to get more details probably about games, release date, pricing,
Hmm.
um, something like that. So, and I
Before we,
imagine you'll be able to pre-order that day as well.
yeah, that's gonna be a nightmare. Just trying to. I literally feel like if I'm going to get one, I'm gonna have to go to Wisconsin to get it. I literally feel that's going to be the. I know they said there's a possibility of them having 25 million in the states, but I'm just like, uh. I know scalpers are going to try to get on this so they can resell it at a higher price, and I'm just like, that this is gonna be a good iffy one. Like I
Hmm.
like I told you, I was just like I would I would take the day off until Jesse be like, if I gotta order one from Appleton, I'll be up there to come see you on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Um, I wanna I do wonder though, because in later on in the Switch life cycle, Bluetooth came later for the headphones and stuff. So I
Yeah.
wonder with the technology that they have for the Switch, is that going to carry over to this
I
one?
I imagine it's going to be an Xbox One to Xbox Series type
Hmm.
situation where the Series X is their Bluetooth and all that stuff, but like it still uses Xbox One accessories, which remember the first couple years of the life cycle, they had their own proprietary wireless thing, which is why you can't just plug in and play your own guitar from Guitar Hero or one of these
Yeah.
other things, right? Like, uh,
That would be so wild if the
mhm.
Switch 2 allowed you to Bluetooth like the Xbox
Well,
wireless
I don't. I
headset
mean,
or the Xbox
well,
or
yeah.
Sony's wireless headset.
Well,
Like,
most headsets are universal. They just don't tell you because they have some sort of or like they have some sort of ad campaign running with PlayStation or something. But most headsets are universal. My Gears of War headset that I had for a long time that you got me, that Gears of War one that I still use, it's seen better days, but it's because I use it all the time. But it's it's universal. I used it on PlayStation for Destiny raids when I was playing with PlayStation friends before it was cross-platform. So I've used it on PC the minimal times I've needed a headset that I didn't have one. So
and I would be
now Xbox is universal, so
pretty much, yes. Which this could be a Game Pass system now. Like for real. Actually, probably Game Pass Ultimate with the PC because of the mouse and with the Bluetooth. Because I'm thinking, I believe there are Bluetooth keyboards. I just don't see them in stores.
Yeah,
I think
almost all keyboards are Bluetooth, dude.
I haven't seen them in stores, but I think I've seen them now at Target. They have some.
Dude, are you living in like 2003? Where are you?
No, because a lot of stores. No, because a lot of stores.
Wind Waker's coming out. Sunshine.
Oh wow! A lot of stores that have the keyboards and stuff, all of them have been with the wire. I haven't seen where it says like wireless keyboards. I probably haven't seen them at Best Buy, but I know they just had a lot of wired ones. So I think in the Bluetooth wireless keyboards are now becoming a big thing because I'm like, if you're gonna do the mouse, that would be cool. That like Nintendo would be able to release their own keyboard. Wireless keyboard and stuff. That would be
bring that Wavebird keyboard back.
That probably would be cool because I'm like, man, Phantasy Star Online. Oh, that just hit my head.
Well, I mean, look, within the first 6 months of this console, you're gonna have games like Overwatch and Call of Duty and probably Marvel Rivals at some point, right?
Yeah,
you're gonna want to have some sort of options for people to play differently, right? And so
yes,
those things would make sense to have, unless Nintendo can. I mean, who knows how much they want to work with third parties now after last week, but I mean, maybe they could partner with hardware makers like I was gonna say like Microsoft, but they don't seem to want to make hardware anymore. But like ROG, right? Like ROG makes keyboards for PlayStation and Xbox, and I mean they have that whole Halo line. No, maybe that's Razer. I don't know. One of the they have the whole Halo line. They had that Gears line when Gears 5 came out, which is the one that you got me. So I don't see why.
Who does there is a third party that like gets some exclusive Nintendo stuff. Like
PowerA does a lot of controllers and chargers and stuff like that.
I was just Nvidia doesn't do keyboards, do they?
No, they're all about AI and graphics, dude. They are
because I know Nintendo got a partnership with SanDisk because of the Microsoft micro SD cards with the Nintendo characters. So I think that's why I said I think they probably will. I mean, outside of licensing things, I think they will partner up with somebody to make like a third party Nintendo keyboard or something like that. So I'm like, because I think people who, if they could turn the switch into like a PC style kind of game, or like adapt the system to like a PC style, I think people would spend the money on the exclusive Nintendo stuff to do it. And I think like Microsoft, like we don't know about the cloud situations or anything with that. We don't know all of Microsoft's involvement or and stuff like that. We don't know about the eShop. Everybody, like, I know we talked about the social media stuff, but like this system has a lot of possibilities on it, so we could see, um more of Microsoft getting involved with this and maybe doing some kind of deal with them or helping them with cloud gaming.
Well,
Sony might get involved. Like there's a lot of stuff that is a possibility to happen.
yeah, I mean, not to make this about Xbox or Microsoft, but it just really seems
Hmm.
like Microsoft wants out of the hardware business like altogether. And I
Hmm.
think, the reason why they would release their own hardware at all would be to appease Game Pass subscriptions and backwards compatibility, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, but that's why I have an Xbox, to be honest, at this point, right? Like if you would have asked me this a year ago, I would have bought in every single game I could on Xbox. But like, dude, after all those rumors that started happening at the beginning of last year and that business update and the way things have kind of turned out, like I don't want to invest in that ecosystem anymore. I mean, I will buy games if they're on sale, sure, but like
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend $70 on a game in that ecosystem anymore when I know Nintendo's going to be around until Nintendo dies, right? Like they're going to be
Right.
around forever, and seemingly like finally getting on board with their account system and kind of figuring it out. I would much rather buy a game from Microsoft on Switch or PlayStation now than on the Xbox, because I don't know if I will be able to play these digital games off of my Xbox, and I don't want to play on a PC,
Hmm.
right? I think people vastly overestimate how many people want PC game to be the main way to play games.
Well, people want to go back to that idea, and I'm
Um,
just like, I,
I
I,
just
I
I think people just don't want to deal with PC configurations and downloading drivers and figuring out what kind of graphics card and RAM you need to play this game. I think
yeah,
the idea of the console, right? You plug it in, you play it, you unplug it to take it somewhere else, plug it in,
yeah.
and play it, right? Or
It,
like,
it it's less technical babble
yeah,
about you having had all of these
and,
requirements where
yeah,
consoles is something else.
and like someone like me who sits at a computer all day for work, right? Like
To go home and
I
then go
don't want to
back
go
on it to
home.
enjoy games.
Yeah,
Mm.
like I work from this desk sometimes. I record all of our podcasts from this desk. I record all of the other stuff from this desk. I don't want to sit at this desk to enjoy myself, right? I mean, I you know what I mean. I enjoy this, but to turn my brain off, I want to go over there and sit on my couch and play on the TV that I spent a ton of money on when we moved
Yeah,
here, right? Like I that's where I want to play, and I don't want to buy a Steam box or plug in a Steam Deck that also, like, even though it's simpler than a PC, like you still have to go in and see if it's verified and adjust settings. And I don't want to do that, you know?
just to have the appearance of the game look good and with a little
Yeah. And
performance
and
boost.
I understand, like, once it's set in the game, it's set, but like what if an update breaks it or something? And it's just like I don't want to deal with that. And like I'm at the point where, you know, at some point last year, and it's really hit me this past week with the um while editing the bossies, that like I want to put effort into the work that's meaningful and do a lot less of fiddling around with stuff and figuring things out, and you know have an idea and try to do all of our ideas, and you know what I mean, like I and like
Yeah,
that applies to like my entertainment time too. Is like I want to, when I get the Switch 2, I know as soon as I get it, I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to, you know, handle it, take the Joy-Cons off once or twice, be like, oh, magnets, and then plug it in, do the user setup, and then I can play it, right?
Right.
Then I can play it. I don't have to configure any settings, it'll update automatically, or when I turn it on, it'll say, your system needs an update, and then it'll turn off and then turn back on, and it'll be fine. I'll play all my Nintendo games. I'll probably end up getting stuff like Doom the Dark Ages here. Like, it's to the point where, like, depending on which direction Microsoft goes, like, I might cancel my Game Pass subscription and, like, just get all of my games here. I'm trying to consolidate my ecosystems, Ed. I'm involved in too many. I'm trying to get out. It's like the mob. Trying to get out. There's only one way out. Death.
No. And here I am about to add add PS5 Pro to my ecosystem. Be like,
yeah, I am. Yeah, man. And that can be maybe we can talk about that on Expansion Pass or something. But like, I'm really concerned about the Xbox ecosystem a lot.
I will say, I will
sorry,
say,
I don't know how we got on Xbox talking about Switch 2. Oh, we were talking about
yeah, because I think Microsoft is going to be a heavy supporter, definitely with the Activision games. But like I think the Activision and Bethesda out of ZeniMax, and I think probably ZeniMax is going to be another big supporter.
That Oblivion remake, yeah, it's going to be on Switch 2. The Fallout remasters that are rumored to be, and well, I think the new rumor now is New Vegas, because they were talking about it in the show and they want something to go alongside the show. So like, whether it's a 3 or New Vegas remaster next year, that'll be on Switch 2. Like any old series, like the Master Chief Collection, yeah, it's going to be on Switch 2. You better believe it's going to be on Switch 2. Whether the newest game in the series is or not, that's obviously, who knows if he's going to be on Xbox. But like, the Gears Ultimate Collection that we talked about, yeah, gonna be on Switch 2. All these games, older games, are gonna be on Switch 2. The ones that are already there, like if you own Doom and Wolfenstein 2 or Doom Eternal, pay an extra $10 and upgrade it to the Switch 2 version. Yeah, I'll do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I
think that would be awesome. Because like it aside from Xbox games, it just really, in Ubisoft, I would say, it just really felt like smart delivery was like this cool marketing term and this cool selling feature that worked for like 6 months, right?
Yes.
And then like nobody ever talked about it again. Either nobody bought the new console, or like they just stopped making, or they just, everything just runs on everything now, right? So I don't know, man. All right. What were we talking about? We were talking about the console. April 2nd, 2025. They're going to do a deep dive on it, and presumably we'll get a release date, price. We were talking about price and games.
We kind of got an idea of. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, we will do some sort of predictions show leading up to it. I thought about doing a direct recap show for this, but it wasn't really a direct, and like there's not enough information to do that we couldn't just do it on the podcast. So but you better believe we'll do a direct pre-cap show, if you will.
I'm definitely going to try to take the 2nd off. I'm definitely going to in April to get that day off.
What is that, a Thursday?
I think so.
Let me look it up. I have my calendar right in front of me. April 2nd is a Wednesday.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna see what. I might have to work a mish. If I could get a mischief in that day, I would be good. But because I think,
well, it'll probably be in the afternoon, right? I mean, if it's a proper Nintendo Direct, it'll probably happen at like 4 in the afternoon or 3 in the afternoon or something, right?
Yeah,
so that's usually when or 6, I guess 6 my time probably, or 5 my time.
5. than for my time, because I think that, which I will be at work, if that happens. Because the thing about this is that um we Ubisoft, we know Ubisoft and Square Enix is going to be supporting the system, and then we know there are some indies that
Um,
are going to be supporting the system also.
a
But
lot
I
of
think,
indies, a lot of indies came out and started showing screenshots on their game. Like they took the image, the sales image of the Switch
yeah,
2, right?
and
The
then put
front facing
there,
one, and then put a screenshot of their game on it,
yeah,
which
and I
was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm sure that's. I mean, we already know Ukulele what was it? What's it called? What's the weird remastered name they
uh
gave it? Um,
relay lead or something like that. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, something like that. And like we know that's coming to Switch too, right?
yeah, we know Bandai Namco, Capcom's going to be there. Um,
Yeah.
like I said, pretty much every, my thing is pretty much everybody from Switch who was on there and became successful or got something out of it is going to be excited to be on Switch too. Now,
Mhm.
what EA is going to do is going to be, I'm mentioning EA because they haven't said anything. So,
Shocker.
yeah, but I'm like, I think, there's a chance that definitely Take Two will be on there. Um, Will Rockstar be on there? I don't know. WB Games is probably definitely going to be
Well,
on there.
I mean, Rockstar Red Dead 2 rumored to be somewhere in there,
Mhm.
right? That was like the big kind of the big two were Final Fantasy 7 and Red Dead 2 as Switch launch window games or launch games or something, which would be
Yeah,
cool. Like, I mean, I think remake Final Fantasy 7 remake would be a great game to have at launch. Um, you know, so
I wonder if
I also think 16 is coming. 16 and like that whole slate of Square Enix PlayStation exclusive games.
yeah,
Like, what was it? It was Final Fantasy 16, 7 remake and rebirth, Forspoken. Um, I wonder if
that
we'll
would
get
be
an
crazy.
Octopath. Wouldn't it? I bet we get. I wonder if we get an Octopath 3 announcement.
Um,
It's about time, right? When did 2 come
it
out?
last year.
Last
No,
really?
23, 23.
Really
Octopath.
23?
No, 20. It had 22.
Hold on. I
No, it
guess I
had.
could just
Was it
Google it. Uh,
Metaphor was
Octopath.
last? It has to be 23 because Metaphor took over. Everybody was rooting for Octopath 2 to get,
February
because they didn't.
24th, 2023.
Oh,
Okay.
so it's 23. Okay. Yeah, because everybody wanted Octopath to be get some nominations on how good the game was, the music, like that, and the game didn't get no barely any recognition from the Game Awards.
Hmm.
But everybody was just like, this is a game you must play and you must have and
Yeah.
everything. And I wonder if, because someone else owns Acquire now, because some Square Enix doesn't own Acquire anymore, or that
Um.
that
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know who owns that now.
yeah. I
Um.
know Sony's gonna be there with MLB, the show. Uh, they'll probably be there that
Yeah. MLB the
following
show.
year.
No, I think it'll
Well,
be a launch
no.
title. I think it'll be a launch title. It'll be right in the. I mean, if this thing, even if this thing launches in May, June, or July, it's still the smack.
Mm.
Even in August, like if this thing launches in August or September, you're right in the middle of playoff baseball, which is the baseball everybody loves. Like you release MLB the show on this, you're making some money.
So I'm thinking of they'll probably do
Unless,
MLB the show in 26, because if it's backwards compatible, if you
yeah,
already own the Switch version, you could just play it on Switch too. Um,
yeah, that's true.
which might happen for a lot of games. Because
I mean,
definitely
yeah, I mean,
FIFA will be one.
FIFA will be a launch title for sure. The newest one, regardless, will be a launch title. It's one of the best. FIFA is quietly one of the best selling games on Switch, like every year,
Hmm.
right? It just doesn't. It's just not on Nintendo's top charts because it comes out every year. um, but like that game sells. It's you go to the eShop and you look at the best selling games. FIFA's on that list every single time I've ever looked. Every single time.
I think SNK will probably be on there with some games. I would be shocked that if
Capcom will be there for sure. I think you're gonna get.
Capcom will be there.
I think you're gonna get all. I think you're gonna get all the remakes.
So this is the thing with Capcom. I don't think we're getting Monster Hunter WoW. I think they're making a exclusive new Monster Hunter for Switch, and then it'll release for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.
What I think is it would be really stupid for Nintendo not to try to get Monster Hunter back, like a quote unquote real Monster Hunter, right? I know a lot of people say Rise is is a real Monster Hunter, except for the people that are in the Monster Hunter community. But like, I think it would be, especially if Monster Hunter Wilds is crossplay, right? They would be so, especially because it's going to run on the Steam Deck. It's going to run on the Switch too. Like, you got to figure out how to get it there.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're working on something completely. I wonder if there's two teams now for it. Well, no,
they have a Monster Hunter. They have a Monster Hunter team, right? So
yeah,
Nintendo would be dumb not to approach Capcom to see how like both parties would be dumb not to try to seek out help from the other party on trying to get this thing. On. I think that's what I'm trying to say is like, I don't care who initiates it, but they both need to come together and say, look, this product is going to be huge anyway. If we can get it on the Switch, you're going to double your sales, or, sell 50% more than you would, right? I mean,
because it's going to be like an ultimate pack, because depending on when the releases and DLC come out.
Yeah, I mean, Rise before it came to PlayStation and Xbox sold what, like 9 million units in like a year and a half, 2 years? Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely one of the games you got to get on there. I think Capcom's going to definitely I think you're going to see Resident Evil 4 remake. I think you're going to see Street Fighter 6. Which would be cool. I think you're going to see Street Fighter 6.
I think you'll see that out. I believe you'll see Tekken 8.
I think you're going to see all the major. I think you're going to see all the major fighting games. I think you're going to see the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 versions of Fortnite. I think you're going to see, depending on, some of these other things going on, you're going to see all the free-to-play shooters make it over. I think you're going to see Warframe make it over. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if NetEase tried to put NetEase put Destiny Rising on this thing, which is the mobile game. Because look, I think putting Destiny 2 is the wrong move at the moment on this thing.
By the time they get anything out, I think they'll be so into Marathon. It wouldn't even they wouldn't even make sense.
Well, but if I'm
Rising,
just saying, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, but if Rising does come out on the Switch, because a lot of those mobile games do kind of well on regular Switch right now, and Switch 2 could get them. I think you would have a good community, and definitely in the Destiny community.
I think it would bring a lot of life. I think it would breathe a lot of new life into that franchise, even if the main game is kind of, I also think it depends on how Project Apollo and Behemoth go for Destiny 2. But yeah, I think you would be smart to try to get, especially if, Destiny Rising. I think Marvel Rivals you're going to see. So yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of these games start coming over. We'll talk more about that obviously in a predictions episode of something. And Ed, they showed off one game. They showed off Mario Kart 9, as people are lovingly calling it, sequel to the best selling Wii U port on the Switch,
which is still selling.
Yeah, I know. I like to, whenever a game that people love is a Wii U port, I like to remind them now. That's my new favorite thing to do. Because nobody bought a Wii U and everybody makes fun of the Wii U, but they all love the Wii U games. It's kind of like what
Yes.
Xbox is going through right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Indiana Jones, it's awesome. I'll wait till it comes to PlayStation. Oh, Val looks awesome. I'll wait till it comes to PlayStation. Oh, Sea of Thieves. Finally get to play Sea of Thieves on PlayStation. And it's like, come on, guys. You know? But I mean that we all went through that about 7, 6, 8, 9, 10 years ago. So
Exactly.
So a couple things here, Ed. There's a really great Nintendo Life article. I'll send it to you. I'll put it in the chat. It's all of the information and leaks or Easter eggs, I should say, from the Mario Kart footage they showed. I would say trailer. It's not really a trailer. It's just kind of footage. So the it looks great. First of all, a lot of people are noticing, Ed, this is kind of more of a internet. It is on here. So they have. I want to get this one out of the way. They have redesigned Donkey Kong, and he looks a lot like the movie version, which tells me that there's a Donkey Kong movie in the works, and that I think you're going to start seeing. I mean, we saw Princess Peach kind of shift more towards the movie design and Princess Peach Showtime, at least on the box art. In game, kind of, there's like it's kind of in between, but this Donkey Kong, like the eye shape and like just the way Donkey Kong looks, definitely looks like the movie version. The face is more rounded, kind of like that. Illuminations has that very iconic kind of facial animation with the very bold round eyes, like very round, almost billiard ball looking. How do you feel about this?
He looks like he got caught up in a scandal with his eyes.
What, they're just wide-eyed and
yeah, because it's just like, ooh, I'm not supposed to be here.
Is Donkey Kong the Diddy of the Mario universe?
We would not talk about that. That's for another discussion.
Maybe that's why
for After Dark.
Maybe that's why Diddy is called Diddy Kong.
Oh wow, that's for discussion.
Oh man.
No, but I did it when they first showed him. I'm just like, his fur looks different. I'm like, he doesn't even look darker. Like he looks lighter or something. So I wonder if there's going to be more animation. And I think once we see more of the game, but overall, I'm like, I'm happy that there's 24 players and there's going to be probably more. Everybody's hoping that all the games, all the extra DLC from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe comes over. Somebody, one of my friends, just like on Twitter, was saying that I'm kind of mad that one of the modes is not Double Dash. I'm like, there's a possibility that Double Dash could be a mode in this game.
Yeah, it could be. It could definitely be. This could be the Mario Kart platform people have been wanting. But there's a lot to talk about in this. So yeah, Donkey Kong.
One more thing. I don't know if it's the video of me seeing it on my TV or seeing it on the computer, but this looked like it was running at a smooth 60 frames per second. Like this mug was really smooth.
It is, but Mario Kart 8 runs at 60 frames on Switch as well. So I mean, most Nintendo games are either a locked 30 or they run at 60, right? I mean, they there's not really many, unless you're a Zelda game, apparently. Whether you're 2D or 3D, that runs sub 30 sometimes. But yeah, this game looked great. One last thing on the Donkey Kong thing. It also kind of reminds me of like, it looks like they almost tried to merge the original Donkey Kong design with the new Donkey Kong, like almost one of those face swap apps that you can find, like those weird face swap AI apps that you can find on your phone that are really strange and probably stealing information every time you download it, but that's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Donkey Kong definitely looks. I'm not sure if he looks like the movie version.
Yeah.
It's closer to the movie version. I think he looks more cartoonish, like the classic version of Donkey Kong. Like the which game was it that Donkey Kong was like super cartoony looking? It was a Smash game. The Melee, I guess, was. Remember when they all had that distinct cartoon black bold
Yeah.
outline look? That's what this
Yeah.
looks like. That Donkey Kong to me.
Okay.
Um.
Yeah.
So yeah, I also like Peach in this, at least in this screenshot. Her hair is kind of flatter and wider, like the movie. I wonder if you're going to start seeing them morph these characters into the movie versions at some point to
I
be
wonder.
more. I mean, I know we like to. I know we like them to have distinct art styles depending on which
Yeah.
game you're playing or which universe you're plopping in, right? But like, I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna want a quote main version of these characters that they can point to and say, this is the version of the character that is the mascot. You know, this is the one we put on all of our marketing materials. This is the one we put on all of our, you know, Nintendo Directs, whatever, you know, and then game by game we'll be like, which art style should we use for this game? You know, like obviously Mario and Luigi has a very distinct art style, right? So it'll
Yeah.
keep it. Paper Mario has a distinct art style. So I don't know. It's just something I noticed. Bowser also kind of looks a little bit different in this screenshot. Maybe it's the textures that they're using, because the other thing in this screenshot that they're showing of Donkey Kong, man, that road looks really good. The street
Yeah.
looks really good. There's crumbles in the asphalt. There's, you know, the street lines are smudged and the paint is tearing off of it. Somebody mentioned Famicom Grand Prix Rally, which was like that weird. We'll start at the top now. I'm just gonna start at the top. You brought it up. 20 looks like there's room for 24 racers. What are your thoughts on the 24 racers, Ed?
I think that's cool that they got 24 racers. Kind of shows that they may have a better online system.
Yeah, that's what this tells me. That's what this tells me, is that they're aiming for people to play online, and that they're going to have a better online function.
Yeah.
This has some real Forza Gran Turismo vibes to it, like the amount of markings on the on the road.
Oh goodness, if they have Forza on the system, one of the Horizons game on the system. Ugh.
Yeah, we already took our Xbox detour for the show, Ed. You can bring it up later.
I know. But I think they could also merge in a little bit of Diddy Kong racing in this game.
So we'll get there in a minute, but yeah, I think some sort of cool adventure mode like that would be a welcome addition. You know, they added that to Street Fighter 6, you know, and it seems to be pretty interesting. So yeah, 24 players. This seems, I mean, what was the last move? They went from 8 to 12, right? That was the last move they made.
Yeah, it was. I wonder if this is like a practice track or something that you could drive in, because they didn't collect. There's no weapons in here. There's no special weapons.
But I think they just wanted to show footage of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also no UI and no, you know, so
yeah, because I don't think this is a launch game or anything. I think this is a game still a work in progress.
This tells me this game screams, hey, Switch 2 is out, and this is our first major holiday game, is what this screams. This screams holiday 2025 to me. If the Switch comes out in the summer and you launch it with what the new 3D Mario game is, what people are kind of thinking, or the 3D Donkey Kong game that the Odyssey team was supposedly working on after Odyssey, like, they got a lot. They have to launch with something big. I don't, as much as I think Mario Kart should be the launch game, should be the pack-in game. They should just be ballsy and put Mario Kart in the box with the console.
That'd be
But also they would be losing so much money if they did that.
Oh yeah,
but they would be, but it would move consoles.
Oh yeah, it'll move.
If you're trying to prove how those Joy-Cons work as controllers, and I mean, it would do exactly what Snipper Clips did for us at launch last time. You should have packed Snipper Clips in instead of 1-2 switch. But they also showed off this new course called Mario Brothers Circuit. Looks pretty kind of straightforward, kind of deserty landscape. Almost reminds me of what was the train track level in Mario Kart 64? The train level. You know what I mean? That aesthetic with the desert and kind of some rolling hills and that kind of thing. Looks kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, I really like it. I like how it looks. I can't wait to see more of it. Like, I think they're working on. I feel like they're just working more on it. But to have 24 racers, this could lead into a lot of tournaments. With online tournaments like rackets and stuff like that. And not winning for prize money or anything, but just like a lot of people coming together to have fun, during a tournament and stuff. Like I can see online competitions, something like Splatoon does. Like I can see stuff like that happening with it.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool to have Splatoon style Splatfest for this.
And now it brings to the point that if they're gonna have 24 people, that's 24 characters in this game.
There's like 40 in Mario Kart 8.
Well, yeah, but I think everybody,
or if you include all the colors of Yoshi, Shy Guy, and Birdo.
Oh sure, yeah, the cheap characters. But I wonder, are they starting out in the regular Mario universe? And if so, could some of those outside Shy Guy come from Super Mario Bros. 2? Like, can we see Mauser driving around throwing his bombs?
Dude, you're never seeing Mauser ever again. If it hasn't happened by now, you're never seeing Mauser. But you're never seeing Wart. You're never the only character that carried over was Birdo.
With Shy Guy.
Oh yeah, Shy Guys, I guess too.
But I'm just saying that to be like, maybe it's a possibility that they could look at to and add more characters like DLC or something down the line. Because I'm like, man, 24 characters from the Mario universe without the cheating of Shy Guy and Yoshi, like that actually would be surprising. And plus you got the Donkey Kong universe also. It's just. It didn't like secrets like Zelda, the Splatoon kids. Just like, I think there's just more possibilities.
Yeah, I think you're gonna. I think you're gonna see a Nintendo Kart style thing come into like almost like the Smash version of. I mean, it'll still be Mario Kart because that name is so powerful, right? But like, I think you're gonna see like Fox McCloud and maybe the Earthbound kids or something. Like, I think you're gonna start seeing characters like that come in here. And I mean, we don't know much more about it, but like you could almost bring different types of vehicles in here, like you said, Diddy Kong Racing, like water-based vehicles or air, like planes or flying machines or something. Like that would be a really interesting twist to Mario Kart as well. I mean, like that the anti-gravity stuff and whatever they tried to do with that, like it didn't make a lot of difference in that game, but it made just enough difference to like make the game feel different than earlier Mario Karts, and it really provided for a better, interesting level design. which I think
Mhm.
is why the DLC is so underwhelming, because it's just the tracks lifted from the mobile game, right?
Yeah, everybody
Uh,
said they think that's gonna all be in the game, the mobile tracks.
oh,
So
I'm sure.
I wouldn't
I
be surprised.
I bet. I don't know if it's DLC or something you unlock, but I wonder if all the Mario Kart 8 tracks are going to be in here at some point.
I literally wonder how many new tracks
Or
they're gonna design from the beginning.
or it'd be smart is if they just sold like packs of remake tracks from like all the games at some point, like, like, hey,
Mhm.
guess what, here's all of the Super Nintendo tracks remade for $20, and you get Donkey Kong Jr. as a driver, and who else was exclusive to that version. I guess that was kind of it, huh? uh Dry Bones is back, Koopa Troopa's back. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, where was I going with this? Something. Now, the Nintendo Life article mentions Mario Motors, which was
Yeah.
a supposed spin-off of Mario Kart on the DS that never came out. And the signs were in other Mario Kart games. But the image that they show here, I'm not going to talk about Mario Motors. I'm going to talk about the kart itself. I wonder if some of these tracks are going to have open components to them, because these look like off-road vehicles, some of these. There's an ATV in one of these, which I know are in Mario
Yeah.
Kart 8, but like, you look at the tires and the front of this kart that Mario's driving, that is like an off-road vehicle, you know? And like,
Yeah.
granted, I doubt it'll get that complicated, but like, I wonder if they're going to try to implement some sort of different, like, almost like you can only use specific carts in specific modes, or like you can use every cart in the base mode, but like, oh, we're gonna go do this mode, so you need the off-road car, or you need the the ATV or the rocket ship that Rosalina is or the sleigh that Rosalina is driving. I don't know. This car, I think the design of the cart looks great. I think this game looks great.
Yeah.
This looks like a next generation Nintendo game, in my opinion. Like, I know Nintendo doesn't need to do much in terms of graphics with the way their games look and the way they optimize stuff, but like, this reminds me of the jump from New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe on Wii U to Mario Odyssey. Like, that graphical style and that change, right? Like, you can see the pipes on the side of this car are like shiny, like there's little specks of dirt. There's, Mario's hat is textured, his mustache is textured with hair, like the dirt on the ground you can see. Like, there's a lot of detail in just this one image, right? It's
Yes.
it just looks great. So sorry, I didn't mean to go on like a tirade on the way the
No,
game looks. It just
and
looks
and
it looks
and
so good.
and I think getting this, we're looking at it from the zoomed in perspective, everybody. And I think, like I said, there's more work to be done. Like, we haven't seen the new tracks or anything. We don't know how detailed it is because we are watching from a video service like YouTube. We don't have it in our hands, or by the time we see it like at Best Buy and we see it on a nice TV, um, it's going to tell a different story. I mean, it looks really, really good. And I think that now, because I kind of feel like I know collecting coins in this game makes your speed go faster, but maybe you need to collect coins to get to the Mario Motor stuff to get an extra part for your car. Like
Yeah.
if a red shell like really busts you up and busts your motor and stuff, and
Hmm.
you may be able to get it like a one up kind of
Yeah.
repair.
Or
Because you got enough
they.
coins.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say maybe they add like almost like a light upgrade system to this, where
Yeah.
like collect the coins to buy like, oh, I can go 3% faster here, right? If I buy this part,
Ooh.
like almost like the like the Mario Golf games on Game Boy Color and GBA, right? Like they had
Uh-huh.
that light RPG element to it, and like maybe it doesn't affect your stats online. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe it probably wouldn't be to the effect of like, you know, pay to win, or like the person who plays a lot more is going to be a lot faster or something like that. But like
Yeah.
maybe you do grind out that acceleration so you can get that jump off the line, or like when you fall off a stage you can get back in the race faster. Maybe you do want to go a little bit faster on those straightaways. You know what I mean? Like I think you could do something really interesting with that, and then bounce the items around your upgrades instead of like who's in first, right? Like
Yeah.
like obviously if you're in first place, you get the worst items. That's kind of how the item mechanics works now, right?
Right.
But like say you're racing somebody and you're racing somebody who's better than you, and you're like, or like, like statistically better than you, but maybe you're warranted more offensive items, right? To even if you're in second place, you get more offensive items like the red shells or green shells,
Mm-hmm.
or superstar or something, right? And like that's how you gain your advantage, instead of like, it'll still be tough to beat, but that's how you regain advantages, that you are granted items to battle the people with better statistics.
You get a special. Like if you start off with a regular special, you could use coins to buy more specials and
Hmm.
stuff to get you get a advantage in it. Getting in first place and second place and stuff, it's just the coins that you're going to get, because I think that's going to make people be a little bit more competitive. That means that they're going to be playing this game more. So I think they're going to get something out of this game. I'm looking forward to see more of it. I think this is the game that's going to start off the Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2.
Hmm. Yeah, this is.
So,
I think you're gonna see a first lap around a couple of new Mario Kart tracks. I think they're gonna show off maybe some old and new items, maybe a returning track and a couple new ones,
mhm.
and maybe a new character or two. Like, I agree with you. I think this is the game that's going to kick off the next direct for sure. For sure. We should
So
play.
I
We should do a predictions game where like somebody, like maybe somebody sits in with us and keeps score for our predictions or something,
ooh,
and like whoever wins, the other person has to like, I don't know, buy them something or give
you
them a
have
gift
to play.
card or
You
something.
have to play whatever current.
No, we're not playing. We're not playing games because you
Oh,
know how I am about games. I play them for like 10 minutes and then I don't have time to play.
oh no 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 no! I'm not talking about for like the whole game, but you have to play a level of a game of the worst game that you own and stream it if you could. Just one level. So if like if I had to play
Well, then it's been nice
which
being friends, but we're gonna wrap it up here. No, I'm just kidding. Um,
um I before we move on, because this just came to my mind. This is a hypothetical, and this affects you more than anything.
oh boy, great, thanks.
They showed that Wii U, was it Wii U or was it, no, I think it's GameCube, the GameCube Zelda trailer with that spider.
Mm.
What if they showed that and did it just look like it got like a remaster or redesign, and it's Monolith Soft like redoing it, and it's just showing like the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess remaster, and it has that
Don't
added on
don't do
or
that to me.
something.
Don't do that to me. If there's a Twilight Princess remake somewhere, don't
like
don't do that to me, Edward.
like it's a hypothetical. Like,
Dude, that I've wanted that Wii U tech demo trailer for so
it's
long.
Wii U? Okay.
You know how people wanted that GameCube tech demo for the next Zelda, and we got Wind Waker instead.
Yeah.
That's how I feel
Was
about
it
this.
was it GameCube, that spider one, or was that Wii U?
No, it was the Wii U one, because they were showing
Okay.
off the lighting effects, because they would program the lighting effects on the touch screen, and you can turn on, like, they were doing the day night cycle on the touch screen, and item inventory management, and Link fought Agoma in a well lit castle, and it was amazing looking. If you guys haven't watched it, I highly recommend you go watch it. It was the most amazing thing I had. Like, it was like, for people who've been listening more recently, we've been talking about how we would love to see a Zelda game look like Horizon Zero Dawn at some point, and maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't ever get it. I don't know, but this is the closest thing we will ever get to that, and it was running on the Wii U in real time in engine, whatever engine they were using at the time.
Yeah.
And granted, it was a small vertical slice and a tech demo, but that I want that Zelda game. And if it's a Twilight Princess remaster or sequel, oh, Ed, we gotta move on, because I'm gonna cry.
You want to say that for expansion? Let's say that for one up. That's it. Because the thing about it is, Monolith Soft can pull it off, and it would be insane. Just to show off what they could do with the system.
Yeah, but I think they're too busy working on Xenoblade stuff now. I think Xenoblade is big enough to where they will have their two main teams working on that, or like the Xeno Saga remaster that we've been hearing about, or something, right?
I mean, I know they're working on their new game. That still needs to be announced. Right? Yeah.
And that new IP with that art we talked about before Boss Rush even existed and still hasn't come out yet. Yeah, that one.
Yes, but I think Monolith Soft could get their hands on it, because I know Anuma has to be cooking up. So him and the team, I forgot who's the director of Tears, and
it's the Skyward Sword director. Hold on,
because they have to be cooking up something. Just literally thinking, and I'm not even. They got to be playing around. I think part of Monolith Soft is because they probably even hire more people. They had to be cooking up something, and that demo needs to be revisited. It's time.
Yeah, it's Hidemaru Fujibayashi is the director.
Okay. And shoot, I'm just like, look, Anuma, I love you. Monolith Soft, I love y'all. You got to get Miyamoto. You got to grab him on this project.
Yeah, speaking of Miyamoto and Anuma, I saw someone post on Blue Sky the other day. This is probably the last console they're working on games on, because Miyamoto's 74. Anuma's getting up there, right? Koji Kondo's up there. They're all. This might be the last Nintendo system the OGs work on. Isn't that a sad thought? Isn't that such a sad thought? I mean, look, the quote, the new guys or whatever, like the new class, if you will, has been killing it, right? Mario Odyssey was awesome. Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are awesome. Like, Splatoon's the best new IP since probably, I don't know, I would say Pikmin, but Pikmin never nearly got that as popular as Splatoon is, right? So, I mean, it's just sad that, like, I mean, I know, like,
the old guard's not being there.
Yeah, I mean, I know Miyamoto's been more focused on, like, the theme parks and the movies and Pikmin and everything like that, right? But than anything else, but, like, it's just gonna be weird with them gone at some point. I don't know. We can talk about that on another episode of something too, but or not because it's too sad to think
Yes.
about because we already, we already lost one Nintendo legend during this show. Well, probably a couple at this point, but
That one still. That one still just.
Yeah. I can't believe that happened while I was at the Nintendo store, Ed.
It's. I. It.
I can't. All right, moving on. So, all right, and the last thing. Oh, the next thing on here. There's a couple things on here that Nintendo Life states. There's a building on the right side of the track simply labeled Yoshi's, and we're gonna go ahead and call it Yoshi's Burger Station. Okay, because there's a burger bun as the the building itself isn't actually anything special except for a rather delightful fact that it's physically shaped like Yoshi's head. But what's interesting is that it seems to have an item floating underneath a burger themed balcony. Could this be a special boost, special weapon, something entirely? So yeah, if you look in the drive-through area of the building, you see a glowing yellow thing. So that could be interesting, I guess.
Ooh, an open world track Mario, where you go just
the
explore.
next one, the highway section where you could go explore. Yeah, this is where this is where your Diddy Kong Racing kind of adventure mode thing kind of maybe comes in. Where like maybe you go to different sections of the map to do races instead of like, maybe it's built. Go ahead.
Oh, make it feel like somewhat like Bowser's Fury, that kind of open worldish in a bit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, they clearly want to do that with something, and maybe they're testing it out here and to see if it's worth doing in the next Mario game or not. Like,
it'd be a cool. I go back to Forza Horizon 4 because there's in that game, even 5 or even any of the open world Forza games, just driving around, listening to some tunes, just relaxing, getting that casual, cool play, just to calm you down, or just be like, I just wanted something to play, and this is relaxing me by listening some tunes. You probably could do that in this Mario Kart, where you just drive around, you get to different areas, and the music switches to like Donkey Kong Country or Yoshi's Island and stuff, and it be like, oh, here's some 8-bit music, 16-bit music. Here go the N64 days. This is the remix. This is the orchestra version. Like, there's so many possibilities that could happen with it. You could do your time trials that way, in a sense.
Yeah. Oh man, this Mario Kart is gonna be awesome. I can't wait. So the last Switch 2 thing proper I want to talk about, Ed, and it's not anything to do with the reveal itself.
Okay.
Let me pull this up real quick. Okay. So earlier, I want to say earlier today, maybe it was yesterday. Nope, it was today. Nintendo Deals posted about the patent application Nintendo made in 2022 for an attachable electronic apparatus that looks an awful lot like a second screen for Switch 2. And then Nintendo's linked to this patent scope page, which I'm not going to read this whole thing because it's super long and it's very technical, and half of it's in Japanese and half of it's in French for some reason. But basically, it is an electronic device. Let's see. This electronic apparatus. I gotta zoom in. I can't see that far. Hold on. Oh, that's you. I don't want to zoom in on you.
Ah,
I want to zoom in on this. All right, there, zoomed in. This electronic apparatus comprises a first device and a second device. This is the abstract description of the patent. The
yeah.
first device and the second device can be detachably can the first device and the second device can be detachably attached to each other. The first device has a first surface and the first display and a first connection. A first connection unit, which are positioned in the first surface. The second device has a second surface, a second display that is positioned on the second surface, and a rear face that has the reverse side of the second surface, and a second connection unit that is positioned at the rear of the surface. So basically, what it's describing is there is a screen that you can attach to the top of what was intentionally, it looks like, attached to the Nintendo Switch, but this is now seeming more and more likely that it's for the Switch 2.
Hmm.
The second connection unit can be connected to the first orientation. When it when in a first connection state, oh man, I cannot read. This is when in a first connection state in which the second connection part has been connected to the first connection part in the first orientation, the second rear surface is positioned so as to cover the first display. So the screen can kind of be morphed and flipped around to maybe be like if you're let's say anyways, I'll finish this real quick and then we can get into the discussion. When in the second connection state in which the second connection surface is when in a second connection state in which the second connection part has been connected to the first connection part in the second orientation, the second rear surface is positioned so as not to cover the first display. So basically, this is some kind of attachable unit that has two displays on it in some capacity. Ed, the interesting thing is first, this looks like an attachment, a second screen attachment to the Switch 2.
Hmm.
Which brings the ultimate discussion. DS and 3DS games maybe finally making their way over, and Wii U games that require the second screen, like a Star Fox Zero or I was gonna say Tokyo Mirage Sessions, but they already ported that to Switch.
Yeah.
Those types of games. Like, are we finally gonna get DS games on the Switch and 3DS games? Are we gonna get A Link Between Worlds remastered?
Oh goodness. Oh, I would love that. So there's a possibility. Yes, it can. If and I know Nintendo sometimes makes these patterns and nothing comes out of
Oh yeah, all the
um
time.
all the time. But this one is a possibility that uh, Nintendo could do this just not only for NSO but for any games who want to, like, even like indies and stuff, maybe they can
Mm-hmm.
use it and make smarter games. This would bring good money for them. So like if they want to do Samus Returns or something, the 3DS version, but give it some oomph, and you'll still need the top part, there's a possibility that this can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Even with
You
the
know,
way, oh go ahead.
oh, I was gonna ask you. You know what else this could possibly mean? Is that yes, it's got a reverse screen on it, right?
Hmm.
Which means you can turn the thing upside down. Which means you could possibly connect Joy Cons to this thing and use it as a Wii U style tablet while you play these games on the TV.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Because like, okay, so
Actually,
you flip the device in its second state or in its
mhm.
second position or whatever this thing is saying. which means like you basically flip it over, and then so the unit is upside down, but the screen is right side up, kind of like device orientation, like when you turn your phone or whatever, right?
Yeah.
What
I'm just
what if they make like a device like a holster for it that you can connect Joy Cons to, or it comes with one, right?
mhm.
Like it comes with a like a and like maybe you charge that thing, or like I don't know, maybe you have to plug it in, or maybe you like maybe it comes with a battery pack or something, right? But like
Yeah.
maybe this is their version of a new quote unquote Wii U gamepad and DS screen. This is their solution to both, and that it can be completely optional, um, based on how bad you want to play DS games and Wii U games.
Yeah. I forgot that the system is uh local uh and you can connect online, because I was thinking about, I'm just like, I wonder, just like, is there a way that you put these screens somewhat together or something, but what if there was a clip to go into the USB top parts and stuff, um so like, I don't have a Switch 2, but you have it and you want to play the game, like something like, in a way, to play like Battleship. You know how it
Mhm.
is, like, there's two people, or there's people on each side. I'm like, I wonder if they could do something like that, with that kind of mechanism,
Yeah.
having something connected or anything. Um maybe they have it, um use that thing as a camera or something. Like, let's say that it can be used, it can help you with the strings. So you have your camera and you on the Nintendo Switch app, so your social media app for Nintendo Switch 2, and you want to do video, and this is your camera that can help you capture it or something. Like, there's some possibilities of a lot of things happening with this and everything.
Mhm.
But like, for having 3DS and DS and those kind of Wii U games, people were just like, well, I gotta pay a price for it. Yeah, I will pay for it if I'm gonna be able to get, uh, if I'm able to get two more style systems added to this hybrid console. Why not? It's a
Mhm.
one-time payment thing. And the only thing I gotta, if it is connected to my NSO and I get games through that way, yeah, okay, cool. If Nintendo wants to resell them, some games, and have that functionality, but they up res, people will buy it.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I just
Cause shoot, like Spirit Tracks and what was the
yeah,
other one?
Phantom Hourglass. You know how
Fun
expensive
Hourglass.
Spirit Tracks is? I've been trying to find a copy of Spirit Tracks for like, and you can't buy it for less than $80, which
Right.
in the grand scheme of thing isn't that expensive, but like, I don't know. Zelda is one of the series that I would like to get all the games physically at some point. Um, so it's not bad. I found a really good condition, complete inbox Zelda Gold Cart,
Mhm. Ooh.
um, with like all the inserts and that even the little black Nintendo sleeve.
Oh,
Complete
wow.
complete inbox for $130. I mean I mean it's expensive, but it's not like a lot in terms of the collector's market. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's
Hmm.
I don't know, seems like a pretty good deal, but I feel like I should probably play the game first before I start, you know.
Investing.
That's a series I'm going to play all the way through this year, I think. I'm going to try to, at least to an extent. I'm not
I
going to
would have
replay
to.
Breath. I'm not going to replay Tears of the Kingdom this year.
Oh, wow.
Except for the Breath of the Wild games, I will try to play. I'm going to try to play all the Zelda games this year.
I would have to
I
play
say that. I said that
two.
about Final Fantasy last year, and I stopped halfway through the first one. So,
Shoot, I don't even know where you at in 7.
I'm at the part where, um, I know exactly where I'm at. I'm at the part where the uh you're going through this like weird maze, and at the end there's like this mechanical robot boss thing.
Oh, okay.
It's like apparently it's like right before you add Yuffie to your party, apparently.
Okay.
Because I ran into her at one point, and she stole something from me and ran away. I can't remember. I can't believe I remember all that, and I can barely remember what happened this morning. Man.
What we do
Again, what were we talking about? DS, 3DS.
Yeah, the possibility of that second screen. Yeah, there's so many possibilities with that screen being added on. I think it would definitely be. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, you know what this? I again, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just got to get this thought out because I'm going to forget if you keep talking. You know what else this screams is that remember when that rumor Nintendo bought all those LCD screens from Samsung because they weren't making that style of tablet anymore, and they bought them all in bulk and they didn't know what to do with them, so Nintendo just bought them all?
Yes.
That's what this is.
You thinking that?
I mean, if Nintendo bought as many as was reported back then,
yeah,
dude, they could put 2 screens on each of these editions plus the Switch 2 itself, and still have like and sell as many units as the Switch 1 did, and still have that many screens left over. So
I would have to look on how the screen looks and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine it being like, especially if they, the screen might only be a 720 screen that you attach to the top, which would be, it's fine. The Switch, the OLED, the Switches now are 720p and they look fantastic. So it doesn't.
Well,
once you get that small, there's diminishing returns, right? So
is there a picture of the Samsung LCD screen that they bought?
I don't. There was one at one point. I'm sure if you search for it, here I'll look. I'll see. But yeah, like as we were talking about the DS and 3DS, kind of. Yeah. Will they add it to NSO? Will they make remasters of games? Will they do a little A, a little B? My thought would be like, you could remaster these and sell these for $50 and $60 a pop.
Oh heck yeah!
And that would be a huge draw for people to buy, not just the Switch 2, but these units, right? Like you put out A Link Between Worlds, you put out Super Mario 3D Land, you put out, some of these great DS Fire Emblem games. Like, I'm telling you, man, those things, even if you sold those screens at $99 a pop, which if PlayStation can sell the Portal at $200, right? Like Nintendo's going to sell this thing at least $100 with no functionality except to plug into your console.
Actually, I would be surprised if they sold it at $80. I think if we get
they sell extra docks for $100. It's a round piece of plastic with a port.
Oh, I know. I know that. but I'm saying,
Alarmo was $100.
Oh heck yeah! But I'm saying it's just like if they could. I mean, I think an $80 price point for it would be good once we see what it is. If it's a little bit more than what I'm expecting it to be, then yeah, it'll be another $100 and everything. Then that means that regular GameStop is gonna try to do like a $500 or $600 bundle. Where they're gonna sell you the system, that second screen, 2 games, a controller, and a pro membership or some mess.
Yeah. So I'm looking.
But yeah, I like I said, I mentioned the stylus and everything. There's just so many possibilities that could come out with that second screen, with it.
Yeah.
And don't forget, everybody, they own like the company who does movies and stuff, or that one movie company that they brought, or TV, or not TV, but that one entertainment company that they have that Nintendo owns.
What, the one that they just renamed Nintendo Productions or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could
Um,
probably see some more like shorts or something.
yeah, maybe. I'm see everything I look up now is like I said Nintendo bought uh Samsung screens. I don't know what to search for because Samsung's making the screen for the Switch 2
Okay.
also. Um, so I don't know. If I find it at some point, I'll share it. But they yeah, they bought Nintendo seemingly bought the OLED screens for the Switch, the OLED Switch or Samsung. Okay. Um, yeah, I can't. 3 years ago. That's a YouTube video though. I don't want to watch that. Anyway,
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Let's just move on because I can't.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I thought that second screen thing was really interesting when I sent it to you this morning, or
Yeah,
I guess at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
yeah, and then just thinking of all those possibilities because the DS and the 3DS, definitely the DS came to mind
Hmm.
first.
Yeah,
Um, and then just like, what if it had a cartridge slot? And I'm just like, ooh,
yeah,
and that's why I said 3DS because I'm just like, they would probably
hmm,
add that. I'm
yeah.
just like, I'm like, you turn one system into three systems? That's insane. But I'm
Mhm.
like,
And then they
get
sell
these
an add-on
toys.
disk drive the way that Sony does for the PS5. You just kind of lay it next to it, and it kind of looks like that HD DVD player that Microsoft tried to sell for the 360.
Oh wow.
Then they can turn it into a Wii U and a Wii and a. They just it starts looking like a nicer version of the Sega add-ons, the 32X and the Sega
Oh
CD and the
goodness.
Sega Channel cartridge and the
I
Sonic
I
and
I
Knuckles.
seen that picture and fell out laughing. I'm
Oh
like,
man, dude!
I forgot
Every
all
time
about this.
every time I see that all those modular things you add to Sega Genesis, it just makes it look so funny.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, my only concern is that I hope I hope they figure out a solution to play those
Yeah.
games without that screen, and then that screen would just make it more convenient to play either and to have two displays, or that you can play it on the TV in with a handheld like remote control, right?
Yeah.
Those are my only two things where Bandai Namco and Konami, or I guess Digital Eclipse, right? Because they did the
Yeah.
Castlevania ports, right? To the in those collections. They've figured out how to do like vertical screen gaming and dual screen gaming on the Switch without a dual screen, right? I think how now this wouldn't work for things like Zelda or even Mario 3D World or New Super Mario Brothers or something. That would be cool
Yeah.
though. We could get a New Super Mario Brothers collection. Don't get me
Ooh.
started. Anyways, I they really figured it out, and like you could turn the to play the Namco arcade classic games, you can turn the Switch on its side and play it vertically
Yeah.
if you have a stand that supports that. I am so shocked Nintendo never tried to do that. You know,
I I think it just wasn't in their wheelhouse.
oh, I think they thought that was not a a a good quality solution.
Hmm.
I think,
Yeah.
I hope this isn't one of the one of those what do they call it? The remote boat that you stuck the DS in for that second analog stick for like
Oh
three
yeah.
games. Um,
Yeah.
and then that like they sold like they sold them for like 6 months, and then they sold for third parties were selling them for like $200 and $300, and then Nintendo made a device that had a second stick on it, sort of a nub, if you will, I guess.
It felt good.
That's the dream, man. Play 3DS and DS games on the Switch. It's the dream.
Yes.
let's see. That's all I kind of want to say on that. I don't really have anything else to say. It is just interesting, and maybe we'll see more at some point. But yeah, that's the Switch 2 reveal. Is there anything else? Did we miss anything about the Switch 2 reveal?
Nah.
Except for like the weird registration things where you can enter a
Yeah. All
lottery
of
to
that.
play it early.
Yeah. I think Stephanie said she's gonna try to go
Yeah, but
and get
she
hands
also
on.
lives near a city that is doing it.
Me
Unlike me. Uh
too.
yeah. Wait, you do? Are they doing it in Chicago?
No, they're not doing this shit.
Oh,
I said
they're
I'm
not
like,
doing it. Okay, got it. I'm
yeah,
caught up.
that's why I said me too. That I don't live in the city close to it.
Hmm.
Because trust me, the mug said that, yeah, we're going to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, or we're going to Sheboygan, Wisconsin. I'm like, Mr. Shane Kelly, I'm gonna need you to kiss your wife and your daughter, and I need you to get in this car. We need to head out.
Jeez.
You, you need to go for writing purposes. I need to go for power block purposes.
Yeah. All right. So there are two other things, or I guess two and a half. I guess. So the Switch 2 supply chain is reportedly revealed for 2025 launch. We kind of already touched on it, but they do say they would like to have enough units throughout 2025 to sell 20 million units
Hmm.
within the first year, which is seems like a lot in 1 year.
They're trying to make sure that they beat the scalpers who are gonna try to
Which is
do the
probably why they delayed
pre-orders
it
and
a
stuff.
year. It's probably why they delayed it a year. And also, like, the rumor was also to polish software, but
Yeah, which they're
um,
probably still doing.
yeah,
Excuse me.
but yeah, I mean that makes it seem like a lot less of a headache to get one at launch, so we can cover it at launch. You know,
Yeah.
um, I don't know. I really want to get this thing at launch. I really want to make sure that we have one. At least one of us has one for launch.
Yes. I'm definitely gonna be on Best Buy's website. So I'm
Yeah.
just really like,
And
um,
and then I'll retire all of my old Switches to that shelf over there with my Game Boy. I'll get one of those ceramic boxes for my Game Boy that's complete in box, and then I'll get a
mhm.
ceramic another ceramic box for my OLED or launch Switch complete in box, just in the box. Uh, Retired consoles. The only console I don't have a box for is Super Nintendo.
Oh
And
wow.
that's because the Super Nintendo is the only one I didn't buy without new, I guess, or like from someone who bought it new. You
Yeah.
know, it's actually my it's actually my cousin's who just left it at my house at one point and it's just been in my basement for 25 years. So
He
uh,
never came and got it or asked
no, but
about it.
no, but he borrowed a bunch of my Dreamcast games and then turned around and sold them for substances, we'll say. So I think the
So it's
trade is
this.
good. um, yeah, borrowed he borrowed Fantasy Star Online, Tony Hawk. No, he borrowed a couple things. Um, yeah, and turned around and sold them for.
So
I'm
it's
guessing. I'm
this.
guessing. I'm guessing
So it's this.
substances. We'll just say. So yeah. So the supply chain seems figured out. The last couple things here, Ed. So I want to talk about these the third party kind of lineup stuff real quick. I know we covered a
Uh,
lot of it last week, but um the first thing here is that Silksong fans think to seem that Silksong is going to be a launch title for Switch 2.
no.
Which I think that's wrong because I think Microsoft has the first the Game Pass first thing
Yeah.
on it. So
Yeah.
um I don't think it's coming to Nintendo first at all, actually.
Ooh. It's Silksong is at that developer's direct this Thursday.
Nah, I don't think it's going to be there.
But if it is, that'd be that. If it is, that would be good press for Microsoft.
Then the same people who are excited for Earthbound will also be excited. So those 4 people. No, I'm just kidding. I know people really like Silksong or really like Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight.
And I just like to give you all a hard time. It is a joke. Leave a comment. Interact with the video. Yell at me. All interaction is good interaction. I don't care.
I can always see you need to play it, Corey, because you don't.
What, Hollow Knight? I played like 5 hours of Hollow Knight. I hated it.
Oh,
I was trying to figure out why everybody liked it. It's fine.
It's still on my Xbox, and I have not started it yet.
It is a nice looking Metroidvania that plays okay, in my opinion. You get lost very easily, but I always do in Metroidvanias, so that's not a knock against it. That's a me thing, but like I didn't understand what was so special about it. And I gave it the good 5-hour college try. And I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. So, and then the last thing here real quick, Ed, just to wrap it up is, it seems that Ubisoft has, about 6 games, ready for Switch 2. A lot of people are pointing at older Assassin's Creed games, Far Cry games, Avatar, things like that. My guess would be it would be really cool if Assassin's Creed Shadows came to this. I would cry if Assassin's Creed Shadows. I would cry if Odyssey and Valhalla came to this thing. I would finally play Valhalla, but the favorite Assassin's Creed seems to be Mirage would be the game that's coming to this.
I would jump on the Shadow release for Switch 2.
Look, I already have 2, 3, 4 and Rogue for the Switch. Okay, I already have them. They're physical, way back there. I have them. I'm ready to play Assassin's Creed on the Switch. Just give it to me.
I think that's the playthrough I need to do. Play all the games.
Although I was like, you know what? I do want to play. I remember when all the Assassin's Creed games were on sale, and I bought the ones I didn't have, and I was like, Ed, I'm gonna play through the game, the series up through Syndicate, because I haven't played them in a while, and I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I should really play these on Switch. And then I was like, I downloaded Assassin's Creed 1, which is still on my Xbox. Apparently, there are like 12 achievements I don't have, and they're all those feathers that you collect. I never got any of them. So, but I was like, while that was downloading, I was like, I kind of want to play the Switch versions of these games. Let me boot it up. Dude, Assassin's Creed 2 runs like garbage on the Switch.
Yikes.
Granted, I didn't get very far, and it was really late, so maybe I was just like, whatever. But I remember, like, the frame rate was like, it was like 20 frames a second.
Ooh.
And like, I wasn't expecting a great frame rate, but I'm like, this is an Xbox 360 game, guy. Like, this is a game.
This should have been better polish.
Yeah, and it's running at like, so hopefully that's a series that gets a boost on the Switch 2. But I would love to see good versions of Assassin's Creed on Switch. I love that series. I know people don't like to, give it a hard time or make fun of it or whatever, but I really like it. And then let's see what else is here. There's also some talk of Mario Rabbids collection. Within the launch window of Switch 2, Nintendo fans apparently can expect to see Assassin's Creed Mirage. The new title, Assassin's Creed Shadow, is also believed to be arriving on the system, but it, quote, probably won't be ready for launch. They didn't really plan for a port at the time, so I don't know. We'll see. Other franchises range from games like The Division, Rainbow Six Siege, a Splinter Cell collection. Oh my gosh, don't even bother with Rainbow or with Splinter Cell. The fans are going to eat you alive if you do that.
Oh heck yeah!
Unless you're going to promote that remake and you're finally going to show that remake this summer, don't even bother with a collection. Right? Because aren't they remaking the first one, supposedly? Didn't they announce that?
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can put that Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake on there too. Because that game looked great the last time you showed it.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. It looked like the Switch was playing a Game Boy. Oh my gosh, that game looks so bad. It looked like Mortal Kombat 1 on the Switch.
No. Wow.
Dude, when they showed Sands of Time, that game looked really bad.
It looked worse than the GameCube version. I'm like, this does not look good.
Yeah. By the way, they made HD versions of those GameCube games for PS3. Where are they? Give me that Prince of Persia collection. Give me that Splinter Cell collection. Give me that Tomb Raider collection. We'll probably get the Tomb Raider collection, but
that comes out soon too.
Oh yeah, hopefully. The 4, 5, and 6 do. What is it? April? Yeah. Is it April?
I think. Yeah, I think so.
Man, I want to get the box set of that too, because I have the box set of 1, 2, and 3, like the collector's box set.
I need to start. I got it too. Yeah, I need to collect this version too.
So, I want to before we end the Switch 2 conversation, I want to apologize for my angry private rants about Nate the Hate and how he gets things wrong a lot, mostly to just say that I really didn't want it to be correct this week, but he was, and I'm excited we have done a 3.5 hour show on this already. So yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm ready. I'm ready for this. It is exactly what I want from Nintendo's next console. It's exactly what I want. It's the same thing from the Xbox, right? Like it's the same box. It plays all my old games. It's more powerful and plays the new games. That's all I want. Like at this point in my life, that's all I want. I don't need gimmicks. And I know that the audience is very clearly way more than you and me, right? But like this is clearly what I wanted. And they delivered. So far they seem to have delivered. They did make that statement that people are up in arms about how Nintendo Switch 2 will play Nintendo Switch games, but some games may not work. And I'm like, okay, yeah, PlayStation said the same thing, and Xbox also said the same thing. You know what games don't work on Xbox? Kinect games. You know what games don't work on PlayStation? iToy games, Move games. You know what games won't work on Switch? Probably Labo.
Yeah, Labo won't work.
Probably maybe Ring Fit Adventure. Maybe any of the fitness things. Maybe. That's what you're looking at. Those types of things.
Right.
But when was the last time you thought about Labo?
You got me.
I added Labo to my list like 2 weeks ago. That was the last time I thought about Labo. So yeah, I don't think anybody has anything to worry about backwards compatibility for Switch. In terms of like,
I know we do need to know if it's going to be region free. Also, hopefully it is.
If the Switch One is, I assume it is. I assume that's just kind of standard at this point.
Standard now.
Yeah. All right, Ed. Is there any other news? I mean, there's not really any other news. I mean, there's new Switch 2 accessories that have been revealed since this was Mario Kart racing wheels. Tell me where you've heard that before. Ed, did the Switch 2 leaks damage your excitement for the Switch 2?
No, because I've barely paid attention to those leaks.
Look, I've kind of had my finger on the pulse of this for a while now, and I'm still extremely excited. So, that's all I kind of have to say about that. I'm very excited, and I'm excited for April. I'm ready. I'm ready, man. This, by the way, the Switch 2 dock looks an awful lot like the OLED dock in terms of shape and design. Just throwing that out there. All right, Ed. Let's what's next? Pack Watch? Pack Watch is next, right?
Yes. Pack Watch.
These are the games you can purchase on Nintendo Switch this week. If you haven't decided, we're here to help you. Papatino's Adventures guide a mischievous kid back to his parents in a vibrant side-scrolling adventure. Guide Papatino safely back to his home as you run, hop, double jump your way through side-scrolling platformer stages inspired by the genre classics. That's on 122. On 123, you're going to get Gravitators. Gravitators is a twin-stick shooter game where players pilot spaceships to complete missions and defend Earth from an alien invasion. The game is available on Steam and Nintendo Switch. And then also on 123, which is going to be my pickup of the week, Ed. Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles. By the way, they announced that they're adding new playable characters, including which our friend Andre Wilson will be very excited for this. Jedi Master Binks. Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, take back the Theed Palace in this fast and furious lightsaber action game. You will have the power of the Force in your trusty lightsaber to help you ward off legions of battle droids, destroyer droids, assassins, and other creatures from the Star Wars universe featured in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I'm really excited for that. I loved that game on Dreamcast, man. That was the other game my cousin borrowed and I never saw again. I love Jedi Power Battles, man. I don't know how it plays now because I haven't played it in probably 20 years, probably longer than that at this point. But man, that game was a good time.
It's on sale for $17.99. I've never played it.
Oh man, dude, it's just like a not a side scrolling, but like a co-op kind of
beat 'em up.
It reminds me of that. It reminds me of that Mortal Kombat spinoff that they made.
Shadow Monks.
Yeah,
or Shadow Warriors.
Yeah, whichever. It reminds me of that a little bit, of like you're just kind of moving through these levels and fighting enemies, and then there's probably a boss at the end, and then you move on to the next level with your friends. And I really like this game a lot. So, anything sound interesting to you, Ed?
Star Wars Jedi Battles. I would give that one a try.
We'll play it together. It'll be fun. We'll stream it.
Ooh, yes.
That is something I would really like to start doing it again at some point if I'm not like dying of not sleeping. NSO Watch, Ed. Nothing really new in terms of games, but NSO, the Nintendo Music app, added 133 tracks from The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker this past week. So get cracking on that. It's a good ad. Wind Waker's great. Wind Waker's great. So one of two reasons my Wii U's still plugged in. So because maybe someday, possibly, I'll play it again. Hopefully not on this system. Maybe the next one. But that's Pack Watch for the weekend. We do have a couple questions. So
yes,
I think I think we could probably skip the topic of the week since we went pretty
Switch 2 is pretty
extensively
much
into
the
Switch 2
topic.
and Mario Kart and all
Yeah.
that stuff. But if you want to ask us questions, you can head over to the Boss Rush Discord and leave them there, or look for our question threads on Twitter and Blue Sky. Those are the places. You can also leave it on last week's episode YouTube video if you really want to. We are going to try to be more active there as well, because we know a lot of you watch over there, and we appreciate your watches.
Yes.
Josh Martinez asks, when do you think we'll get news on the Switch 3? Just kidding. Is the hand wringing over the name of the console an overreaction? Why or why not?
People,
Being mad over it, yeah.
No, people are just overreacting to get attention. Don't forget they did this to PlayStation Pro, and people went out and bought it and bought the system. They did this with the Portal, and they went out and brought it. So people are just acting the foolish so they could get some interaction and definitely on Twitter trying to get some money off of it. And then people gonna go and buy it and forget about the name. So people are just doing it for attention.
Yeah.
And plus, they was calling it Switch 2 anyway before it got officially announced. So it doesn't really even matter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah. It's sorry, I was checking. I saw a message. It's not for me, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think my opinion, like I said it earlier in the show, is that the Switch 2 is the smartest thing they could have named this thing.
Yeah.
Is it the most creative? No. Is it the most flashy? No. But it's distinct. You're keeping the Switch name while you're keeping the Switch name while letting people know that it's a new device. You're letting people know that it's the same family of systems, so it'll work with your previous games. My thought now moving forward is that at some point, Nintendo is going to make the Switch their device of choice forever and make quote unquote spin-off devices, and that it's gonna be like the iPad now, right? And every 5 to 8 years they're gonna make a more powerful one or iterate on it or make, new hardware changes, and eventually maybe they'll have version numbers or whatever, but eventually like and they'll make it clear at some point that like, oh, only Switch 2 through 4 are supported with this software, or you know what I mean? Like maybe only 2 generations are supported with this hardware, and you won't have to upgrade every
7 to 8 years.
Yeah, you can just be like, oh, well, I'm still happy, mine still works. Maybe when it breaks, I'll buy a new one, and that's how Nintendo will operate now, right? I mean, because that's kind of how Apple operates. They don't expect you to be one of those crazy people that goes out and buys the new version every year, right? There are people that do that. I work with people that do that, but the average consumer, I still have an iPad 2 mini sitting here that hasn't received any Apple updates in over like 3 years, because
that's crazy.
Probably 5 to 6 years at this point. I don't ever use it either, though. So I don't use it. I would love to use it. I don't use it because it's so old, and I can't justify spending, $500 on a tablet when I'm about to spend $400 on a Switch too. You know what I mean? Like, pick your battles. And I have, from the laptops I have from work and just ones laying around, I have 4 computers that do the exact same thing. So I don't need to,
pretty much.
I have my desktop over there. I have my old laptop down there. I have my old work one over there somewhere, and I have my new work one right here. So like, it's just, yeah. I don't know. I think the naming convention is great. I hope they keep it forever. Maybe not forever, but for the time being,
I think when they make their new system and there's a new form of media they decide to use, I think Switch 2 is probably going to be the last name in this console series. I think they're gonna do something different.
Yeah, like I said, this leadership team at Nintendo now seems super conservative compared to Iwata and Reggie and that group, and their innovations are going to come through the gameplay and the designs. Like the Joy-Cons are super innovative, right? Like you could slap them on, play it on the go, slap them in a little holster, play it on the TV. Like you don't need a Pro controller at all with this, right? The second question is from our friend Austin Campbell. It's not a question. He just says, I wanted it to be called Dose Switches.
Switch Dose.
So yeah, that's it. That's it for the show. That's all we got. Ed fell asleep, everybody.
I did not fall asleep. And if I did, I apologize to everybody.
I'm gonna leave it in and see what people think.
Oh wow. I'm energetic. I see. I will say though, because we're about to do quickly for our final thoughts. Love that we got an announcement for the Switch 2. Love the theories, Corey, that are in the possibilities that we had in this discussion. Really cannot wait to April 2nd for us to find out. I'm super excited for this console. Truly excited for this console. Or this hybrid, I should say. Last but not least, everybody, I will probably have some new glasses in a week or two. So hopefully you'll be able to see my new glasses on screen.
Nope.
But hopefully so. I gotta go get my eye exam, and then go to work, and then wait for my glasses to come in, and I'll have some new ones. So I wanted some red eyeglasses, like to represent with like the Nintendo Switch and everything. But they may have a different color by then. I'm just like, I didn't want no white ones or anything. So just like, speaking of, you're talking about them getting dirty. I'm just like, yeah. So, but yeah, that's my final thought. Corey, what about you?
I'm really excited for the Switch 2. I'm excited to cover another console launch, and we're gonna make a great year of Nintendo content. I feel at this point, this is gonna be a great year, dude.
Yeah,
I'm really stoked for Nintendo content this year.
I think with them announcing Switch 2, there's just going to be so much news, and I think the more hits that they drop or more announcements that they drop, it's going to be a lot to talk about. And just think, Corey, from April to June, regardless, because I think the thing will probably be out October, November. I think it's going to be a fall release. The Summer Direct.
I think it'll be out in September. I don't think they're going to wait till October or November, because I think they want units in people's hands, and then they say, hey, we have games this fall.
Well, did you think they want it in the fall before a holiday release?
My thought would be like, because what, the Nintendo 64 came out in September, right?
Mm-hmm.
My thought would be like, at the earliest, late August, but probably somewhere in September, like mid-September, I think is a good spot
release
for
period.
This is a great year. Sorry,
no, go ahead.
This is actually a real final thought now that I'm thinking about it. Everyone is trying to avoid GTA 6 this fall.
Mm-hmm.
The one company that does not have to do that is Nintendo.
Of course,
they have free reign this fall. Aside from GTA and Call of Duty, like those are the games that everybody tends to avoid, right?
Yeah.
Nintendo's audience does not need to worry about any of that ever, and so they're going to own a GTA 6 and Nintendo Switch 2 are going to own this fall, in my opinion.
Well, this is going to be the thing about GTA 6, because it's going to be on X. Is it going to be on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC all at the same time when it
That's
releases?
PlayStation and Xbox.
Okay,
No
so
PC port yet.
So this is going to be the problem with it. I bet you more people. I don't think that game's going to have like big major sale numbers. Everybody,
well, then you are dumb.
Hold on. Reason why I'm saying that is because I think more people definitely will buy it for PS5. I will say that. I don't think a lot of people are going to buy that game on Xbox. But once the PC version come out and Steam Deck verified, I think it's going to have more sales for it.
I think you're going to see. I think that GTA 6 is going to be a monster of a game this fall, and I think a lot of other companies are smart to avoid it because, I mean, it's literally a once in a generation, if that, event now, right? I mean, GTA's 5. Granted, I know it's been out forever, and the online component has a major part of its sales numbers, but like, it's like the third best selling game of all time, which is insane. You know, like it's a monster of a title, and I think people are. I think the GTA community and people are ready for a new GTA. Maybe not you, maybe not me, but a lot of people are ready for a new GTA. And I actually think this one looks interesting from a character standpoint, right? And I'm not just talking about like, oh, the character is hot. No, I'm saying like female protagonist for the first time seems very like it's taking itself seriously a little bit this time instead of like what it normally is. Now, granted, it's probably going to be exactly what it normally is, but at least it seems like it's going to take itself kind of like 4 did. 4 took itself pretty seriously. I actually kind of enjoyed 4's plot. The gameplay was bad, but I kind of like I kind of like the immigrant brothers coming to New York trying to find a life for themselves type of plot. I thought it was very interesting and kind of something we still don't really see at this point. But my point is that GTA people are already moving their games out of the fall to avoid GTA, and it doesn't even have a release date yet. So that's my personal opinion. The only company that does not need to worry about it is Nintendo, because people will buy Nintendo games regardless. So that's my final thought. We can't go into another tirade about GTA. We've already been recording for 4 hours, and like you fell asleep once already. So I think it's time to go.
Well, everybody, thank you for watching or listening to this episode of Nintendo Pow Block. You can catch new episodes Monday on your podcast service of choice, on YouTube, or on our free Patreon tier. Remember, if you're watching the video, subscribe on YouTube, like the video, and leave a comment. If you're listening, leave us a rating and a nice review. Get this show ad-free along with other perks like early access to Expansion Pass, Video Game Book Club, become a Patreon producer, exclusive content, and more by heading to our Patreon at patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. Follow us at Boss Rush Network and at Pow Block Podcast on all major social media platforms, including Blue Sky. And find all of our content, including reviews, daily banters, features, and more on our website at bossrush.net. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Woohoo!
Bye. Good luck on pre-ordering. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dirrig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.